now that this computer has been reset, sitting in its rightful spot again for like the next 2 days before I have to take it down again. Let's hope that things are working as good as they should. No. Things are still broken. What'd you do? There we go. Okay. I think I fixed it.
Did you update Windows? That's the question.
No, I forgot to make I forgot to full screen the call. Now everything's lined up. It's fantastic. No green bubble, no green boxes, no black boxes. Everything's lined up for another episode of Tech Talk Thursday. For Jesus, not October, August. It is August. I'm trying to put us so far into the future. Look, I'm so ready for episode 100. I'm like, look, let's just get there. Let's just get there.
I'll be on my second playthrough of Starfield by now.
Oh, you think you gonna be done that quick? I can't see it. I can't see what I was like. Oh, look, shiny thing over there. Let's go see what it is.
I ain't saying I'm gonna finish one. I'm gonna be on the second one. I'm gonna start roll a new character.
Sandwiches? Who's got sandwiches?
Mm-hmm.
You just make that
with sandwiches.
Look, this nigga over there got sandwiches.
Mm-hmm. I done had to rob some folk for these sandwiches, man.
Hey, what's up? Pumpernickel? You got that pumpernickel? Yeah, nigga's mom.
Mm-hmm. You got that honey wheat? Mine.
Rosemary, garlic, and herb.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that the same?
On turkey?
Wait, isn't that the shade? Fuck. It is Tech Talk Thursdays for August 24th, 2023. Of course, I am one of your hosts, Marcus Mitchell, Linux Summers, and I'm joined this week and every week by Kevin. It's your boy Kev in the building.
In the building.
And of course, joined by the one who was secretly snacking on some chips just a second ago.
I believe they were Ruffles.
I briefly caught them.
I mean,
yes.
The secret's out because the secret's out because like the chips are no more. But yes,
it's the best. That's the best ones.
That's the best flavor.
Yes.
That's the best flavor.
Yes.
If you're going to do it, you do it correctly. That's the end.
Damn right. Sinziak is in the building.
I'm over here being your favorite tech person's favorite tech streamer's favorite mod, and I will ban you.
This is true.
Hold on.
We got lineage at this point, Major.
Math checks out.
The math. It indeed math.
It's math.
It math.
It did.
Yep.
It's past tense because it's done.
Yep.
Okay, here comes Ruin doing things to skirt a band, but not quite get paid.
You know, like we know how this works. Ruin and I have an understanding about these things.
Last game I'm gonna beat before I go hard on BG3. Oh, you chilling on Raft now? I need to figure out a way to allow my son to play Raft on his own without interference with me. He doesn't ask me for much.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to figure that part out.
Yeah.
Yes, on his own. I'm put him on a. You know what? Nah, fuck the game. I'm gonna build a raft and I'm gonna put him on it and I'm just gonna kick him off into a lake where there are no sharks. So look, you wanna play raft, boy? You gonna play raft?
You gonna play Raft, the real game?
Yeah.
Raft. Well, we used to say back in the day, Raft, the home game.
Yep. We got Raft at home. This Raft.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, what was it? I can't remember. It was a game somebody compared it like this is that version of We Got X at Home. I said, damn. They right though, but I can't remember what game it was. Oh boy, we got some things to talk about today.
Do we have things to talk about today?
We do. Let's see. Of course, Twitter's always in the news just because Threads finally got a website that isn't just a QR code with a little swirly thing on it that just says, "Hey, download Threads."
You know, I feel like there's some shade right there that you're throwing, Major. Do you wanna discuss it?
No,
Why
I just
why we
described
need-
what the website looked like before they launched the web app. It was a QR code with a galaxy looking thing on it.
Y'all, the shade.
It wasn't.
Okay,
That's a
though.
description. That's what it looked like. That's what it was. And Gamescom is happening this week. So some news that you could use if you so choose. Do not sue me, Sony.
I see the alliteration and the rhyming there. We got bars.
No, again,
In the
that's
building?
something I grabbed directly from PlayStation's podcast.
We
That's why I
got
added
bars
these
in the
don't-
building, y'all.
See, this is why I said don't sue me, Sony, because I took it from their official PlayStation podcast.
Well, I'm pretty sure they weren't using it. They'll be all right.
Okay. What if they were saying it at the exact same time I did?
Imagine that possibility.
Imagine. So let's get into it, shall we?
I guess we shall.
Of course, starting off with Twitter. Well, we don't always start off with Twitter, but today we are. Twitter I'm never going to say the letter. I'm not going to do it. I'm taking that hard stance right now.
Same.
I'm
never calling it X. I'm calling it Twitter.
A friend of mine is spitefully manually upgrading all of their apps on their iPhone just so he doesn't have to upgrade the Twitter app.
Damn. That's a level.
He said he had almost 100 apps to update on his phone. He manually updated all of them just to leave Twitter as Twitter on his phone.
You know, we need to just discuss the culture of things that have come up around Elon in such a way that people are willing to do so many things just as a fuck you to this man and for no other reason.
Well, like my use of Threads.
I mean, if we were being real about that, that would have been your use of Mastodon.
No. No, there were a lot of things that were leading me to leave Twitter. He was just the catalyst. He was the straw that broke the camel's back. There were so many other things there that was leading that lead from Twitter. I went back to centralized media, back to Facebook, back to Meta because of my spite of Elon.
Can we just have a moment for the fallen? Imagine hating someone so much. Imagine being such a person that people are like, you know what? I didn't necessarily like them, but the people at Facebook were good to me. I'm gonna go talk to them real quick. Imagine that as a legacy.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna reinstall the Facebook app on my phone.
God, no.
Look, I thought about that at one point during all of this. I was like, nah, I ain't gonna do that. That just seems too much. That is too much.
But then you looked at the situation and you went, you know what? Nah, y'all right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and get me up out, because if I say something to this man, it's going to be the last thing that he hears. Let me just go ahead and get on Threads. Thank you.
Twitter suspends pro-Nazi account after 2 brands halt advertising.
I'll do it.
You know, here's the thing, right? I feel like it's unfair to be disappointed that happened, because to be disappointed means I had reason to suspect that anything else would have occurred, and we just know that that wasn't true. So
Right. According to
I'm trying to figure out if it's like lost money or lost clout. That seems to be the only language that this man understands.
Lost money. He has perceived so much money that he does not really care about the clout, because the perception of money is enough clout for him to be happy.
Are we sure about that? Because if for someone who thinks the perceived amount of money that he has is important, he sure has no problem with throwing it away as quickly as possible. Like, you know, it's like a barnyard burning. So,
but like, so
are we sure about that?
I mean, even though he's throwing it away, it's still enough to where he still retains enough of it to where the perception of him losing clout does not compute for him. Like, he still thinks he is the shit because he has the money and a lot of techno bros, you know, sucking it from the back for him.
Reach around and all. It's a terrible time. I'm not gonna get any more descriptive than that, but I do have extra descriptors.
I restrained myself this time. The last 2 episodes, sure, they got a little vulgar. I restrained myself this time. According to CNN, the pharmaceutical company Gilead Sciences and the NCTA, the Internet and Television Association, quote, immediately paused their ad spending on Twitter after CNN flagged their ads on the pro-Nazi account. This account, which was verified in April, and has now been suspended, quote, shared content celebrating Hitler and the Nazi Party, end quote, with some posts garnering hundreds of thousands of views. Before its suspension, other brands appeared in this account feed, including The Athletic, MLB, the Atlanta Falcons, Sports Illustrated, USA Today, Amazon, and Office Depot, Media Matters reported. Yeah. Quote, the suspension came only after the company verified the account, allowed it to repeatedly post anti-Semitic content, and monetized it by placing advertisements for major brands on the account. Ruin, I can only say that, again, the account was verified in April. This story was written in August. So it was at least verifiable for 4 months. There's no telling how long the account existed prior to. But they were at least able to make money off of it for 4 months.
A mess. The most ghetto.
Unfortunately, I don't think it gets better from here. Musky Musk says Twitter will no longer let you block other people.
Which you can't do.
Excuse me. Another possibly short-sighted decision, Musky Musk says Twitter will soon remove the ability to block people, with the exception of direct messages. In a post on Twitter today, Musky Musk said that the block feature makes no sense and instead recommend people use the mute button.
Which he can't do.
Like, here's the problem, right? It's the way that I watched people go into a whole state of panic about this. And then I had to go, hey, everybody, this is just your quick reminder. He can't do that.
Can't
like,
do it.
we're just going to chill. I want y'all to listen to me say this again. He can't do that. It's not a thing he can do. It's not a thing. This thing that we're very concerned about, reasonably, not a thing. because he can't have his apps on the App Store if they don't have a block feature.
So I'm gonna just be that guy just for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Also to point out that you couldn't have one letter app names on the App Store either.
Are we waiting for that to catch up or not?
No, that's it. That's it. I'm just gonna put that out there.
No, I'm saying this because it's one of those. It's the same way that we knew he couldn't do half of the things that he did with firing people, whatever. Like, for me, this isn't really a, hey, there was that, but here we are moment, as much as me going, and now we are waiting. Because the thing is, that very nice and tall stack of cards is going to collapse eventually, and I will be alive to see it.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm just going
yeah. Now, I'm just saying, like, when it comes to the thing of the one letter name, there's also the fact that in the terms of service, you can't be like a social media app, and you can't not block anybody. That's like you're saying, oh, we can't have this particular security feature, and then you still be in the App Store. Like, you can't.
Now, that being said, I am curious if they actually have a policy against this one letter thing, how that got on there and no one has said anything, unless it is still registered as Twitter, which would be funny.
No, see, this is where I bring in the, hey, you remember they keep saying you let one thing slide and it becomes a slippery slope?
Mm-hmm.
Me saying that is an example. Twitter got special permission from Apple to list the app as X in the App Store, given it is against the App Store's policy to do that.
Right, but
it is legit.
Well, actually,
that's a name. That's a name as opposed to a security feature.
You know something? I feel like, something for this one, like, I feel like the point that Major is making is fair, and I'm also very curious about how that happened. But that's an article that's not on our list at the moment.
I too would like to know, but it's like you can't, like I say, that's when it comes to a slippery slope. But it's like, hey, we can't, we can't allow you. Like I say, we allowed you to do X, and then that means they're going to take away blocking. That's like you. That's like that's what I'm saying. Yeah, we see that the concept of the slippery slope, but that's really like apples and oranges because it's a name and a feature.
I think there's also something to be said about one thing in particular that might be kind of helpful here as a differentiating point, right? So, being the, I do not like the taste of the words devil's advocate in my mouth, but here we are. So, the following idea. One thing is true and two things are certain when it comes to companies. They will give you permission to rename something, but what they won't do is put themselves in a permission for people to sue them.
That makes sense.
And so, like, the moment that you remove that block feature and it's just like people start reporting in mass, hey, yo, because you removed that block feature, my stalkers and abusers have access to me, or SWAT people started showing up at my house, or I'm getting death threats and hate speech, and I have no way to stop it or whatever because they removed this feature and there was a significant uptick. Apple's going to be like, favors or not, what you're not going to do is have us running our coins out to people because you decided to remove a block feature. Move.
Apple and Sundar. Yep, Tim and Sundar.
Part of me wants to know, did Parler and does Truth Social have block features?
Child said, did Parler? Who's gonna check it because it's not me.
Not me. That's why I'm asking. Look, can somebody can somebody do that research for me real quick? Parler and Truth, can you block people? I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I imagine. Well, I think the mugshot and Chief did it. But I don't.
Yes, somebody else go do that research for Major.
Please,
girl.
Thank you. Speaking of which, is anybody checked yet? Is it live yet?
Nope, still the fake one.
Damn.
again,
volunteers should be. Look, somebody's got to have like a dummy like Android developer VM somewhere. Just download Truth Social on it.
Don't do these people like that.
So somebody found like a Parler APK somewhere.
Ew. No.
Look, journalistic integrity. We ain't trying to be like Linus out here.
Oh,
We have to do the due diligence.
you didn't do that. What was the reason, Major, for that?
What was the reason?
due diligence. This is due diligence.
Look, I'm just saying, somebody's got to do this.
Anybody doing benchmarks?
We need a benchmark on Parler right now.
We lit like our due diligence is we literally pick articles and talk about them and say, yep, and then that's it. To the next one. What due diligence do we have?
I have to know.
we the AP and Reuters. We don't get nobody reports it on us. We pick up things. The best thing that we do is to pick from good places.
I'm not trying to be the shade room. I ain't trying to get called out by the JJ of tech.
We can never be the shade room because we actually read from trusted sources.
See,
not somebody's auntie who read about vaccines being able to make you magnetized. We don't pull from Facebook. We pull from Verge and Polygon and PC and PC Gamer.
Don't say the
we
Verge.
Actually do better. We do better diligence.
Don't say the Verge.
Major,
That's gonna ruin our credibility
you.
a little bit.
Okay, so Major, first of all, fight me because I know exactly what reference you're making, and how dare you? How dare you?
Due diligence. We just say, yeah, I don't believe that. Let's go pick from this place.
Who da come for?
We actually do 2 Google searches and be like, yep, we got it.
This came from Linus and the shade room all in one sentence.
Mm-hmm. They have whole ass benchmarking stations that still get their shit wrong. We got less tech, and they got employees.
They got
employees.
Everybody can
they got employees and expense. They got employees and expense accounts. All we do is have better Google and still have better results.
I got these 2 Android phones. Do you think these will work the test?
Your future employer outed them by literally just saying, "Hey, that don't even look right, bro." He just said, "Yeah, the math ain't math, and we ran our own numbers, and it don't look right."
But also, like this was the appetizer, but here should be potatoes. And then the dessert came 2 days later. Ooh.
And now we see, and now the B and C tiers have been called to the chat, and they've been punching up like a mug.
Oh, you wait. Which tier are us? Which tier are we? Gee, which tier are us?
We are like C tier, but with A tier aspirations.
You know what?
Better than what I would have given us, but okay.
Because
those are actual facts, though.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? We wouldn't be kicked from the YouTube partner program. We're three male presenting people on a podcast who actually would not be kicked out for our red pill aspirations. But hey, you know, it is what it is.
Wait, what do you mean I almost came for your Linus shot last week? What do I do? That reminds me, ever since the LTT stuff happened, I noticed my YouTube recommendations feed, suddenly filling up with Review Tech USA and others like that.
Yeah, you're gonna have to burn Sage for that one.
No.
Review Tech, yeah.
Even before this, mine was filled with like Brian Tyler Cohen and Medea's Touch or whatever.
Midas Touch.
Yeah, there you go. And the Young Turk.
You said Medea's Major.
I don't know.
Major.
Especially when you take a break from crunching video. Yeah, it's like, YouTube. It's just so fresh. It's like that that meme. What was it? That meme of Nicolas Cage coming out like just what was it? Con Air, letting their hair flow free.
Yeah, it was Con Air. Yeah, he was like,
"Oh man,
let the mullet breathe."
Y'all so disrespectful.
Apparently to each other.
Oh my god. Okay.
All
right.
Click the wrong button. I don't actually curate my YouTube recommendations, to be honest. I just ignore it. Neither do I, because I'm normally like the shit that I'm watching regularly, I'm like scraping from YouTube and putting on the Plex server. So like if I actually watch it on YouTube like I watch on my Plex server, there would be like more Giant Bomb, GameSpot shit on there.
Yeah. GameSpot, the IGN.
Was it Late Night Linux stuff on there?
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah, kind of funny, yeah.
I don't know. I go back and forth on whether or not I'm going to watch content that's like solely one console heavy. But then I just keep coming back and just keep watching.
Yeah, a lot of it's like PC indies, Xbox, Nintendo Switch stuff.
It'd be nice if they had a PC related show on that damn channel.
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired of Greg Miller. Keeps y'all, you filthy PC gamers. Like, no, sir. No.
Greg.
Yeah, Mr. Miller.
Mr. Miller, the person that I give 2 less than a fucks.
Yeah.
That I don't care about, because I'm like, sir, you are literally.
It made me sad for Blessing.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
you could have been anywhere in the world, but you ended up there.
Talk about you could have been anywhere in the world, but what you found out, where you found yourself, was in my lane. So I'm gonna need you to pull over. You were in the wrong exit. So, you stay on your.
I feel like
you stay on your side of the console. I'm gonna stay on my PC lane, and I dabble in. Now, if I want that, I'm gonna, if I want to come in your lane, hey.
Ruin.
Then we got something to talk about.
Ruin. I feel like Greg Miller is the personification of the console wars.
He is the console wars.
Like he is the console wars. I'm sorry. He's not too old. He is what that is, because I'm sorry. For it to care, like for those who care about that shit still, they're in fucking relative obscurity now. Nobody's thinking about that shit. He is the age at which everybody like when he was young, that's when people cared about that shit.
Right. But then he's at that old where he's at that age where he owns all of them now. So it's just like,
I mean, he probably did then.
Yeah.
Because he was working at IGN.
Yeah, so I'm like, why are you so mad? Why is you mad? You ain't got nothing to do? You ain't got nothing to do with just being a white man and not and judge video games? Why you gotta be so mad? Why are you mad?
I mean, I feel like now it's to be fair, it's a gimmick. It is just him playing that shit up. Like, obviously, but still, sometimes I forget that when I am zoned out watching TV and then he says the thing against PCs, because it's barely against Xbox. It's always like against PCs. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck you. But wait. Ooh, I gotta remember. This ain't real. It's not real. I'll still be in my feelings a little bit. It's like, but I'm gonna go have a Diet Dr. Pepper to go console myself real quick. And more Twitter news. Oh yeah, because we're still talking about Twitter. Yeah.
And more Twitter news.
Yeah. Twitter to hide news headlines is must ask journalists to publish directly on the platform. And to that, I'm gonna say, fuck no.
No.
So we're gonna see a reversion to something that I feel that everybody here is going to very specifically hate. And you know what that is? It's you having to deal with whole like images and articles where they have to put the text of the entire headline on the image.
Yeah.
For their open graph text.
Yeah. It's like we report the news on the platform as opposed to links to our news articles off the platform. And it's like, nah, that's not how this works.
And it's also ever so slightly giving, who the fuck is this guy exactly?
Exactly.
Exactly. Who told
Hoopst. Like literally hoopst is this.
Like you post I'm gonna post articles on Twitter? It's supposed to be shortwave like not shortwave because that's definitely something else. It's supposed to be like short form communication. It's a microblog, not a blog.
Yeah.
Like again, I'm still trying to figure out why in the hell. Now, granted, for Mastodon and the Fediverse, look, you can change the code on your site to do however many characters you want, and even then, at a certain point, it's like, okay, y'all doing way too much.
Yeah, it's just blocks of text now. Yeah.
But to a point, it's like, who need like. I'm glad that the default on Mastodon is 500 characters. That's great. That's 2 tweets in one. Just a little less than 2 tweets.
You want to know something? I was looking at this and I was just like, it's a little bit more than 3, but like we keep forgetting that at one point in time, 140 characters was all you had.
It's like I got really good at
you had a text message to make your point, and that was it.
I got really good at that. Then they gave me 280, and I'm like, all right, cool, let's do it. Didn't have to be as creative as I used to, but I was able to get what I needed to convey over 280 characters. In 280 characters. Well, 500, oh great, now I can actually like really type some things, right? But it's like at a point where you're asking like, hey, you can now have up to 50,000 characters. Like, no, dog. Stop. We don't need that much. I don't need to read that much from you. I don't need to read Alpha Male's diatribe on, why he won't drive an electric car because his penis is so small he might get it stuck in the electrical socket.
Major, you said you were not going to do that today.
That was earlier, but this is now. Things change. I'm sorry.
Carry on.
But yeah, like the fact that he wants people to like post your articles on Twitter, like, no. Like, I can't understand when people take their phones and watch movies on them, like full-length movies on a phone. Like, buy a tablet, please. Like, there are certain, and again, honestly, I'm speaking from a privileged standpoint. At one time, but not now, but at one time I was. Whereas, like, yeah, I could have an iPad and watch a movie on it if I was traveling or something like that and not my phone. I understand not everybody has that ability to do so. But my phone is to pick up, get information, watch small snippets of things, and move on with my day. If I find myself watching a 30-minute YouTube video, or I'm doing way too much. The hell I look like reading a 50,000 character tweet. I can't, like, I refuse to open CNN on my phone because, like, no, I don't have time to read this article. Give me the bullet. I'll pull it up, look at the bullet points. It's all right, cool. I got all I need until I get to a laptop or a tablet. What is happening? What are you charging up for? What is...
Check the group chat.
Oh, is it here?
Mm-hmm. You remember what I told you earlier?
It's here.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. And I told you, Major.
What happened to his left eye?
I told you, Major.
Look, hey. Again, like I said, all I asked for was a link. It's fine. It's whatever. We're past that.
Or the fact that
this is all I've been waiting for. What happened to his left eye?
Told you.
What happened to his left eye?
Mm-hmm.
What's up with it? It's like somebody punched him.
Mm-hmm. Now you got that. Now you got the link. Okay.
Yeah.
Someone done smacked him up and said, and you better not say nothing either.
Mm-hmm.
It does not look great.
Let's also talk about the fact that he is clenching his jaw, like the stress.
Ooh, I'm gonna need that. I'm gonna need some 8x10s.
Yep.
Instead of postcards.
Can I get a poster? I can't wait to go to the barbershop and see him slapped onto the barbershop wall. Yes.
I would like the EXIF data from this camera, please.
Like
I would like to see if I can. I would like to see if I can reproduce this just from my old shit.
I'm gonna say
pictures with that same data.
I'm gonna say this right now. You don't want to see that ISO. You don't want to see that. They don't want to see that. You don't want to see that. You don't want to see that data.
No. I want to see that.
It's not like it's raw. This went through Photoshop. It could
but that thing's crunchy. That thing is. I was like, what you mean? What you mean the ISO was 250? What do you mean it's 250? What do you mean the shutter? What do you mean the shutter speed is like f/8? What do you mean?
This ISO is 16,000.
That thing is
trying to grab all the light from the universe.
It can't. It can't do what it did.
This thing. Okay, so what? For those of you who are listening at home and don't necessarily know things about photography, what Kevin is saying is about the equivalent of you don't want that photo data. It looks like it was taken by a 1990s Nokia phone.
Right.
And that's what I want to know. I want to know what camera took this picture.
A Kodak Easy Share from 2004. That's what took this picture.
Oh, you didn't say Kodak Easy Share. Oh my God.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm willing to go on record to say it's a Logitech 270.
See.
It is a Logitech C270 hooked up to a Windows XP desktop, and it's using that photo software for bookings. I've
had DMV pictures that look better than this picture.
They use good. Don't they have good cameras though? They have to.
But this is. They don't. But I mean, here's what this is what happens.
And they don't take time for you to take the pictures. You just
look. So when I was getting my first license photo, I had to fight the smile. I was excited to get my license, but I had to fight the smile because I wasn't about to get caught.
Because I tell you, a mugshot and DMV picture is not that far off. When I literally literally Googled this and I was like, what did
Ruin post?
See, that's why
since we talking about this camera data, I'm just gonna go. Y'all over here talking about how this thing. Ooh.
not Barack Obama like, smile. You're on camera.
Oh, Obama's just like, hey, yo, Joe, you see this?
We know this is fake because that's a Canon EOS and it is capable of taking better pictures than what the fuck we got out of Fulton County.
You know what? That's right. That's what I told you. It's a Kodak Easy Share. That's what did it.
No, someone went to one of those corner stores or bodegas in New York and got one of those disposable cameras real quick.
That's why it took so long. They had to go take it to the Walgreens, go get it developed, and they had to scan it.
They sure did.
Hey, yo, let me get that. They sure did. Yo, let me get a vape. Let me get some vape cartridges. Let me get a chopped cheese and a lotto ticket. And let me get them 2 Fujifilm disposable cameras. I swear for God,
I don't know which image I'm gonna use for the thumbnail today. If I'm gonna use the mugshot or if I'm gonna use the picture of ruined shit.
No, you both do like that camera and then like have it put it like in a slash.
But it's already a slash. Have you not seen the thumbnails for this show? It's already a slash. I don't know if I can get that to work.
Okay, let me show you. Let me show y'all something. Okay, see this? This is my dad. This was my father's camera. It's Pentax Ashi. Let's see, Asahi. This thing takes film cameras, and I'll tell you right now, better than whatever you took right here. This is probably a 30-year-old camera. 30, 40, about 30-year-old, 40-year-old camera.
Man, if you have removable glass on your camera, it's obviously taking better pictures.
So this is what happens.
Merge is right. I should probably not use
when you have like a terrible spirit, you're a mean person, you don't moisturize, and you eat well done steak with ketchup.
And you eat chicken with a knife and fork.
Look, sometimes those pieces are really big though.
Post, they still make those because there are some people who swear by these older cameras. Like you can find, like they have specialty stores for that. It's one of those.
Oh, if I
it's
could,
uncommon, but it's not hard to find.
Yeah, if I could find film for this camera, I definitely will. It needs to be cleaned. It needs to be cleaned badly, but yeah.
But look, I mean, you get one of them like those big thigh pieces, man. Sometimes you gotta break that shit apart with a fork, man. I mean, I wouldn't use a knife with it, but I will kind of break it apart, like so at least I can get some of that meat that's on the bone that my teeth won't go.
No, Major, we're not talking about normal chicken. We're talking about chicken tenders, and you know this man only eats Chick-fil-A, aka bigotry chicken. So come on now.
Bigot chicken. All right.
That was a little bit of version.
If are in place, the mugshot is in the public domain. Yeah, I'm not gonna use the mugshot. I should want to protect my community, and making dumb, reckless decisions like that will not be conducive to anybody's mental health.
Because like I say, it's not technically tech. It was funny, and we talked about it in the court. It was funny, and we talked about it in our tech way.
But see, Ruin's photo, it had a DSLR in it, and we were talking about photography.
So it kind of fit.
That other article. Oh yeah, we did. Yeah, the art. You're writing articles. Yeah. Speaking of social networks and places where you can post things, Threads. Threads now has a website that you can go to and post things there, so you don't have to use the app anymore, or all the time. Threads.
Mm-hmm.
Threads.
Oh my God, Threads.
I mean, I was kind of excited when they announced it. It's like, finally, I don't have to pick up my phone if I want to post something to Threads. So I did that. You still can't edit your damn account and shit on here, or can you? I don't know. What does this 3-button thing do?
Barely do that on Twitter. I remember like people are finding out the hard way. Those profile name changes that y'all used to do for memes, y'all can't do anymore because Twitter's gonna be like, is this you still?
Oh, this is the mobile app that's running on fucking Mac. Oh shit, I just not realized I could have been doing that the entire time. Or maybe not. I don't know. Fuck it. Surprise! Speaking of Apple doing things that, is very un-Apple-like, they support California's right to repair bill. Notorious for not doing that ever, as demonstrated for other reasons by Linus himself. I was like, yo, you should definitely be able to repair your phone. Also, the fact that there is a senator in California named Eggman.
If that motherfucker don't have at least a mustache,
it's a woman.
Or at least a big ass shit.
It's a woman. Sorry. Yeah.
I retract my statement.
Kevin got hit with that. You know what? You're right. Let me turn that right back around because no.
Let me put the thing down, flip it in reverse. Hold on. Okay.
You know that. Do y'all remember? Stop. I was about to say, do you remember way back when, someone said something, and I can't remember who it was, and Terry Crews agreed with them, and they were just like, "Hold on, sorry, wait, stop, turn that back around."
Oh, damn,
I was like, right,
what was
damn,
it?
okay.
Oh, I think it was some of the BLM stuff, and he was like, "Yeah, like black folks and white folks should definitely just sit together and get along." Whoa, no,
And they went.
This is giving
Now I know.
Tom energy.
I know that broken clocks are right twice a day, but ayo,
this ain't it. This is not one of those times.
I got the right people cheering me on this argument. Let me reevaluate that.
So yeah, Apple is supporting California's right to repair bill that's been introduced. So
yes. As
yay,
they should.
Yay.
Yes. As a proponent who is very big up on right to repair, I think right to repair is great. You know, it saves a lot of devices from being in landfills and a lot of because we definitely have an e-waste problem. And if ain't nothing else but to just recycle them and make new iPhones or be able to fix iPhones that are out there in the wild that need love and repaired all the same. So yeah.
Maybe that's
Just
what it
pick
is.
up
It's
that.
like it because like they're sitting there trying to be more green, and maybe somebody finally convinced them, hey, you know, if you let them repair their shit, you know, at worst they break it and they have to buy a new one. That's a win for us. And two, if they fix it, then I mean, they still have an iPhone and
you stay in the Apple ecosystem.
Yeah.
Because that's the point. It's like as long as they keep fixing it, you know, because sometimes somebody will break an iPhone and they may not be able to get an iPhone. Well, I can't get a new iPhone. I'm just gonna get this Android until I can do better. And then in the meantime, they cancel Apple Arcade, they cancel Apple Music, they can't, you know, like you want people to stay in these like suite of services and use your suites of services in your app store. So by allowing them to be able to fix their stuff, that prolongs their devices for the good, and they stay in your ecosystem longer.
And they looked at Kevin and said, "You are absolutely right, everyone. Please enjoy your stay."
Exactly. Because I'd be like, well, damn, my shit's broke and I can't afford a new one. So I might as well just go switch to an Android. Oh well, Jay.
Meanwhile, Apple. No, Kevin, don't be so hasty. Wait, we could work something out. I mean,
yeah, because we
can't. Like the money that I have is the money that I have. It's not enough for another phone. So what we doing?
Yeah, exactly.
I can't believe this. The California State Senate passed Senator Susan Eggman's of Stockton's Right to Repair Act SB 244 on Tuesday with a 38-0 bipartisan vote. Everybody can agree on something? I mean, granted, it's California, but...
I mean, yeah, it's California. The Republicans in there are just kind of like, I guess, fine. Yeah.
In more Apple news, has anybody been to the UK recently? Can somebody check on the UK? Because they want to inspect Apple updates and probably other security updates from other companies to make sure that vulnerabilities that may be used by the government aren't being patched.
You know something? I have an expert on site. I'm gonna mute myself and ask them about this. Give me a moment.
Oh. Honey love, sweetie, could you talk about the UK for me, please? Because I need to know information.
So this is what we got here. Device manufacturers will likely also have to notify the government before making available important security updates that fix known vulnerabilities and keep devices secure. Accordingly, the Secretary of State, upon receiving such an advance notice, could now request operators to, for instance, abstain from patching security gaps to allow the government to maintain access for surveillance purposes. The absolute fuck.
Yeah, that's weird. Because that's when overreach. That's when governmental overreach kind of overreaches a little bit too hard. And I'm gonna need you to relax.
Young, like I'm pretty sure like your UK mutual, like you have other UK mutuals, but I know like last time I talked to Telia, it won't great.
So I have confirmed a couple of things from my current field expert that they were not aware of this because they're not as into tech as we are, but they are also not surprised because it is the UK government.
Yeah, this was news as of today.
I need to talk to Telia and be like, hey, yo, Telia.
Yeah, I mean, knowing that UK is somewhat of a surveillance state to begin with.
Yeah.
This is like, nah, dog. Like,
this is where I want to say stuff, but child, I mean, we're like 2 steps behind them in this picture.
I wonder what I don't know. So I wonder what the US would say about it, but
it's like
I'm pretty sure as soon as they hear, you know what, we kind of want that too. We want that. Can we have that? Can we be put on that list?
Mm-hmm. They'd be like, ooh.
This is where I just look at some people and be like, can we be on that list? Not if you know what's good for you.
Yeah, you don't want to be that. You're not that guy, dog. You're not that guy.
Ruin said the NSA is willing to pay for it.
It's like, look at me. It's like that one video. It's like, look at me. You're not that guy, bro. You're not that guy. Because again, all somebody got to be like, yeah, no, leak.
Well, I mean, yeah. Again, it's an argument. I mean, well, not an argument. It's like a gentleman's agreement that you wait 90 days or something like that before you post exploits. But it's a thing where it's like, hey, we're going to tell you what we're going to patch. You're like, nah, dog, we're still using that one. Don't patch it. It's a big no for me, dog.
Yep, big no.
All right, who's ready for some gaming news? That's right, we're there. Breeze past tech this week.
Yo.
Gamescom's happening this week, everybody. Hello from Cologne, Germany, which I am not at. The new E3 is here, and it is Gamescom. Thank you, Phil Lewis from Spill, but I already have the image. Let's see here.
Might we call this person Spill Lewis?
Maybe. Of course, here's everything that happened at everything that was announced at Gamescom Opening Night Live 2023. Not this automatically playing because why IGN of and I can't even pause it because there it is. That's what I was looking for. Oh, I gotta log in to turn it off. Fuck you. Do not put a picture of the Dora Milaje on this screen. Do not. No.
With her fine ass.
Also, like, oh, because it put something up on the website. I'm still there at the website. Oh, damn it! I swear.
Yeah.
This is why I hate some of these gaming websites, and like there has to, like, again, that's one of my ultimate goals is create a tech and gaming site where it is specifically that. I really do not want to talk about movies and pop culture because why IGN literally the G is for gaming. There's no movies, there's no pop culture shit in IGN, but here we are. And then all this nonsense with auto playing videos that I did not ask for. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take it out of the rotation. I think when I switched my RSS feeds, they suggested IGN. I was like, sure, why not? I might have to take IGN out the rotation though. Anywho, let's get on with the show. Starfield had a live action trailer that teases spacefaring adventures to come. Apparently, new gameplay was shown. I've not seen it. I don't want to see it. It's not like it would spoil me, but you know what? We're at a point where it's like it's almost here. Let's just save it. Oh, the G stands for G movies and G pop culture.
What is happening here?
I said that the G stood for gaming, but Merge is saying no. It stands for G movies and G pop culture. Oh, it's pronounced G movies and G pop culture. Sorry.
Lord Merge.
And this is also the same issue I've had with Gamescom 2, where Zack Snyder reveals Rebel Moon's explosive first trailer and part 2 release date. And that possibly a game will be made out of this universe. Because every gamer wants to know what's coming out on Netflix when everybody's leaving fucking Netflix and all the streaming services.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Zack Snyder seemed really buddy-buddy with Netflix, and that seemed kind of odd to me, but I guess he's not an actor or a writer, so what does he care? Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 gameplay trailer shows off the first level, which seemed like Call of Duty, and say what you want about it, I still am really excited about it. I should probably get Modern Warfare 2 eventually and play that because, yeah, I want to play it.
Like, I guess the only thing I can really say about it is, like, I mean, cool. Like, it's, like, at this point, in the gentle version for people who are gamers, but not gamers TM with a capitalized G, it's just like, it has the same energy of being like, you know, there's a new FIFA out, there's a new Madden out,
yeah,
there's
it would have
like
been
a new of those things. It's just kind of like, you know, something you have like that one genre of things that you like. You have a genre of things that you like. A new, you know, like a new thing in that line is coming out. We're excited about it. It's me in Final Fantasy games. Like, I get it.
Like, but the one issue I do have with this is the fact that it is a sequel that's coming out the year after the one that's currently out, and I'm like, y'all could have took some time here, could have released. I mean, I guess because World War II and World War I has been done to death, the Cold War was technically not a war. And I mean, I don't know, like we could have done like Advanced Wars 2 or Advanced Warfare 2 or Infinite Warfare 2 or something like that. I mean, yeah, they did have some, but it was like Black Ops. Or you could have went, or I don't know how many people want to go to Vietnam, or they never made a game on the Korean War. I guess that's also a thing maybe people don't want to touch on.
I feel like there are just some games, maybe, you're like types of things that they're probably avoiding because I don't know if they want that backlash.
Yeah, it's a lot of probably a little like it wasn't clear who is and who wasn't the bad guy in that situation. So yeah, calling a game Black Ops and said, it's a lot of espionage when we were over here, and there's no telling who the good or the bad guy was. Okay. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like, to me, it seems like it's too soon for a sequel to a Call of Duty game like that.
Well, they out. Yeah, and they come out every year.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, if it was another type of Call of Duty, like Infinite Warfare or Advanced Warfare or whatever, like just something else that wasn't Modern Warfare 3, I'd been okay. I might check it out. It'll give me more time to check out Modern Warfare 2 because I did like the story of Modern Warfare, like the remake.
Yeah.
And it's like, I kind of want to play Modern Warfare 2 because I want to see where that story went. And I do want to see where it's going with Modern Warfare 3, but it's like, it seems like it's too soon. Just,
yeah.
But I don't know, maybe they worked at it like, it's like how they do how the fucking Rebel Moon movies were made. Like, oh, we made them back to back so we could release them kind of like bing, bang, boom.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it makes more sense that they do that with a video game. I was like, all right, look, we're going to put a breakpoint here. On the top part of the breakpoint, that's Modern Warfare 2. On the bottom part of that breakpoint, it's Modern Warfare 3. Compile to the breakpoint. Not a line more. Let's see. Alan Wake 2 got some footage shown that shows the dark place. And I'm still not convinced that this is not Jake Gyllenhaal. But yeah. Alan Wake is stuck in the dark place. I still would like for them to have called it the sunken place. Where Kanye is. Maybe Alan Wake can bring him back.
No.
He's too far gone. Damn.
Yeah.
Ooh. Diablo 4 Season 2 called Season of Blood adds Vampire Hunter Companion. For those who like Diablo. I wouldn't know. It looks okay. But I feel like the farther away the release of Diablo 4 gets away from me, the less interested I am in that game. Mortal Kombat 1 reveals 2 new fighters at Gamescom opening night live. Sindel and General Shao, which I imagine is Shao Kahn before he becomes a Khan. Tekken 8 gets a release date and a new mode announced. Tekken 8 is coming out on January 26, 2024. And it has a bear who caught a fish and can't hold on to the fish. Assassin's Creed Mirage latest trailer focuses on 9th century Baghdad. And the trailer they released was completely in Arabic because they want to show, hey, you can play this game completely in Arabic if you wanted to. That's a thing you can do.
Immersion.
Cyberpunk 2077 2.0 is coming to the base game alongside Phantom Liberty with a new gameplay trailer revealed. Essentially they're, I guess, still working in updating the game, which is good to see. This 2.0 update is coming to the PS4 and Xbox One as well, even though the DLC is locked behind PC, Xbox Series X and S, and the PS5. So I mean, everybody gets something.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of intrigued by what they were showing there. So, yeah, I'm gonna play this game again, aren't I? If not the DLC, I'm probably going to get the DLC eventually. I am going to play that 2.0 update just so I can see what it is. Especially now that I've confirmed that I can run that RT Overdrive on my PC like perfectly. Can't stream it though, so Ruin, don't look for it. Sonic Superstars finally has a release date of October 17th, 2023. And that is at 2D Sonic with 3D characters. So, you know, old school Sonic, but it's just modern. And Sonic Frontiers, the final Horizon update is coming this year. And this sees, I guess, Eggman and what looks like a chibi version of Psycho Mantis joining Sonic and friends to take out a giant Robo Crab. Just based off of this image alone. I was interested in this game until I read who made it. Quantic Dream announces Dustborn at Gamescom opening night live. Of course,
Yeah.
Quantic Dream of Heavy Rain and Detroit Become Human fame.
And Beyond Two Souls.
Well, I wanted to name a good game and then a terrible one. Even though Beyond Two Souls wasn't that bad, but
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls was.
everybody remembers Jason.
Yeah, it was Heavy
Jason.
Rain. Yeah, that was old Heavy Rain.
Yeah.
Jason.
Jason.
Jason. Jason. Jason. Jason. Jason.
This was interesting because, like, again, it looks like there is a diverse cast of characters. Even someone who looks like they are looks like they are afflicted with vitiligo, or maybe not. I don't know if these are magic characters or that actually is vitiligo, but it's like there's cracking on this one character's hand, almost as if like it's stone and not like a loss of pigmentation in their hand. But yeah, it's about friends, you know. The game is described as one about, quote, hope, love, friendships, robots, and the power of words. Again, this is a Quantic Dream game, though. So, also, what happened to Star Wars Eclipse? Where are we with that? That's right, Ruin, the power of words.
Mm-hmm.
Thank goodness you're here is a new game by studio behind Untitled Goose Game.
Yeah, I saw this one. I was like, yeah, this is too indie for me. I can't rock with this.
Yeah, it seemed really weird.
I was like, I'm usually up to games where it's like it's a little out there, a little trippy, a little weird. This is like more like, yeah, it's a little extra. Especially when they say like they're the commercial for Peens. It's like beans, but with but also peas. I was like, nah.
Like, I just don't even know what the fuck is happening.
Yeah, it's a no for me, dog.
Like, I thought it was just because I was watching Halo. I mean, I was playing Halo with Anka, but it's like, yeah, I just know. Wow.
Too indie for me. Who are you today, Kev? Look, you saw me play Venba today. Y'all know who I am. Okay, so let's not even.
Kevin said, in case we were any doubt here, I have been and remain that guy.
Right. It's just I don't know. That's not for me.
Even the indie guy has his indie limits.
Thank you. Exactly that point.
Little Nightmares 3 was announced with a trailer about the spooky co-op adventure. Oh, so now you get to take a friend along with you in a game that, nope, won't touch this with 10-foot pole. Even how cute it might.
Oh, do you not do scary games, Major?
No, I ain't never done that. I will always announce when people ask me, "Hey, what games do you play on your streams?" I'm like, everything but horror games. I will not do it.
That part.
And I had some guys ask me that Tuesdays, but you could do it for like the clips and stuff. I was like, I don't care.
Nah,
I don't care. It's not happening.
I make clips out of Traveler's Rest and like two point campus. I'll be fine.
I don't need clips of me scared.
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
Black Myth Wukong trailer is a very welcome new look at action-packed gameplay. Play in this game that's just Journey to the West. Marvel Snap, which is weird to say this because it already was there. Oh, I'm sorry, it was early access, excuse me. Marvel Snap is now available on Steam. This is notable because it's now in landscape mode, but yet the iPad version is still portrait. I will play this game if I can play it on my iPad in landscape mode. What are we doing?
Things that Major will always go up for.
Like
being on iPad, landscape mode, and of course, a lack of ads.
It's fine. Like I can use touch on this on the Steam Deck to play the game, but I'm like, man, it would really be nice if this was on my iPad and not this unwieldy thing like when trying to use my finger. At least like my iPad's balanced. I can do it there. Medieval Fighter Warhaven has a release date. I mean, if that's a game you're into where you're slicing and dicing people with swords with blood on your sheet on your armor. Grand Blue Fantasy Relink gets February release date. Grand Blue? Anybody Grand Blue?
I know some people who are Grand Blue. I am not one of them. Not mostly for lack of exposure. I don't know a lot about Grand Blue.
Neither do I. Nightingale. Nightingale trailer reveals further early access release date delay. Victorian gas lamp fantasy themed shared world survival crafting game. That sounded like a mouthful. A mouthful of words that I do not vibe with. Except for game. I love how Kev posted this video or this trailer in my Discord specifically because he knew what he was doing. He understood the assignment because yes, when I saw this, I was like, you can ask Anka. I said, I must have this game. She may not have heard me because she was deeply concerned as to why nobody is playing Halo. To which I explained to her, it's old and it's slow.
It's not given the way it used to give. So it's like, yep, no.
Yeah, or no, it's given the way it used to. It's just that nobody's really fucking with that anymore.
Nope.
Expeditions, a Mud Runner game, is a driving sim game where you off-road to your heart's content.
Yep.
And you know I am there for that.
Because I've been like hinting out to him, like, Snow Runner's on the Game Pass. You might want to go check that out.
I need to try that without the steering wheel. That's what's keeping me from playing it, is I want to do it with my steering wheel, but I haven't even been playing ATS like I want to. So I should probably just try that with the controller.
Yeah.
Stormgate's latest developer update sheds light on the Infernal Host, which I guess is the second faction in that game that's coming out at a point. Crimson Desert gameplay trailer shows off tons of new mechanics.
Oh,
that's right.
That Crimson.
If you like the Black Desert, you'll probably like the Crimson one.
Yeah, that Crimson Desert trailer is nuts because it's like, it looks so good. And it's like buttery smooth plays. I'm like, dang. I'm impressed. Like, I haven't seen a game that's like, damn, that really impresses me. I like that.
Bulletstorm, a game you've probably not heard of in quite some time. 2011, in fact, is coming to VR.
Okay.
Age of Empires 4 Anniversary Edition is now available on Xbox and on Game Pass. Killing Floor 3 got an announcement.
Now, that was a surprise.
That was still fucking gross as shit. And it's like, yeah, okay, passing on that one too. Of course, Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon got their official launch trailer. It's out now. I'm upset because I see people launching it on Steam. I'm just watching it in the bottom right corner of my screen, and it rules one day. The Last Epoch official Ruin Master first look trailer. The Crew Motorfest got another trailer. For Solus got an official launch trailer that came out this week as well to mad reviews. Lords of the Fallen official extended story trailer for those who want more souls and are upset that From Software did not make you more souls. Genshin Impact concert reveal trailer. Honkai Star Rail official PS5 trailer.
What's that for? Lot.
Zenless Zone Zero trailer.
I like that one. Like, it's all like all these are like the Hoyoverse was like, even like Hoyoverse had their own little like collection of announcements. So I was like, I'll probably check it out if nothing else. It kind of reminds me a little bit like Scarlet Nexus in a way.
Yeah, I got confused midway through when they were playing those games in the arcades. Like, wait, is this just like a place where you just go and play arcade games? And then they actually show combat. Like, oh, yeah, I don't know, I'm gonna like this as much as I like Star Rail for some reason.
I think it's like combat instances, but then also like hub world shenanigans. Like it's almost almost like in the vein of like Persona-esque things to do with like Scarlet Nexus instant world thingamajigs. Like you basically do the fights. But yeah, it's interesting.
Payday 3 official Ice-T trailer.
I think that's probably gonna be one of the third place.
I really got something about Payday. Just I don't get, and I don't know why.
I don't know.
I might have to play that with people.
Yeah.
Because trying to play that like alone with three CPUs, like I don't know what's happening. What the fuck do I need to do? I just ended up like in an infinite shootout with police officers in that first level. I was like, look, I will continue to shoot you as long as you keep pouring people in here.
Yeah. It's like you actually have to do the heist, and then the CPU may or may not be willing to do the heist.
Yeah, see, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. So I was like, I will just shoot the police officers. It's fine. Boy, do not take that out of context. Delta Force. I guess that went away and it came back and it's different, but Delta Force got a trailer.
That was interesting.
Homeworld 3 got a story reveal trailer. Mandragora got an official gameplay trailer. I'm just going to skip some shit that I really don't care about. And as soon as I say that, there were only like 2 games left.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and skip 2 games left.
Aura History Untold official story trailer. I thought this was Civ 7.
Y'all know I'm gonna play this.
I am too. Again, thought it was Civ 7 and then was upset, but then also re-intrigued. This one I think is being published by Xbox.
Yeah, and I think Game Pass is also coming on Game Pass day 1.
Yeah, PC Game Pass.
Yep.
Xbox Game Studios and Oxide Games present. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see here. Anything else that might have been announced on Game Pass that I may be missing?
I think there were a few Game Pass releases. Well, I know Steam World Build is coming out. They revealed the trailer. They had a release date trailer for December 1st. And that's going to be on day 1 on Game Pass. So I'm actually hyped. I'm actually hyped to check that one out. What was some others? None I can't really think of though.
Well, we can go on to some sad news.
Yeah.
Mario voice actor Charles Martinet is no longer the voice of Mario.
Yeah, that broke my heart. Yeah, that really did. Cause, I mean, he was Mario since '64, so it really sucks, man, you know. But
Part of me
just
feels
just
like part of me feels like they're probably transitioning to a more verbose Mario, and I don't think he wanted to do that.
I mean, that makes sense.
Um, like having watched the Super Mario movie and then realized that okay, Charles Martinet is in the movie, but he plays the father.
No,
He's not the father. I
no.
could have sworn he was. Who was he?
He was the proprietor of that pizza shop.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he was Jumpman.
Oh,
He's playing a Donkey Kong machine, so he was technically Jumpman.
oh,
Yeah,
cool. Well, he was
yeah,
not Mario. That's for sure.
yeah. No,
He
he
was
was
definitely
Mario.
not Mario. But
He was definitely not Mario, but he looked like Mario, and it was kind of like,
most of the men,
yeah,
most of the men that was surrounding Mario looked like Mario.
right. Which,
It's
I
like
mean,
all of them look
yeah.
like just stereotypical Italians at that
It
point,
was it
according
was
to
like
Mario.
there was like multiple variations of Mario and Luigi,
Yeah,
and I was just, and I literally was just like,
it's like it's almost like looking at Toads, but it's like, oh, you must be Mario. I can see why you're Mario and you're Luigi Mario's. Oh yeah, this makes sense.
yep.
Yeah, y'all are just Mario's.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, like I really feel like a lot of this is like they probably want to sit there and because of the movie transition to a more verbose Mario, so they're probably going to find somebody who has that same voice but can probably do it for a sustained length of time that won't be exhausting.
Right. Instead of it being like the woo-ha, the ha-hoo, and all that stuff, it'd more be more like, ho, hey, ho, like that.
Like a Chris Pratt sound alike or a
Mhm.
Chris Pratt as Mario sound alike, which again
Yeah.
could be any number of people,
Right.
but just not Chris Pratt.
Because the thing that cracks me up is like, you know, Chris Pratt did Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, and I think Fallen Kingdom, and then I think like Dominion. So in like the Jurassic Park games, there's a guy that sounds like Chris Pratt, but not Chris Pratt.
Look,
Yeah,
if you need lizards tamed, we call Chris Pratt.
yeah. But
He's the man
I
for
think
the job.
Yeah, but I think they'll probably go with probably more of a tamed, you know,
Or just some
Mar.
random VO person that's not going to overshadow.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure Charles Martinet was not supposed to get the limelight he got, but when people
Right.
found out, oh, you're the voice, oh, bet we will shower you with so much praise. You are our childhood.
Right.
So yeah.
Plus we still got like the games, and, you know, it's still in. Yeah. So
I've heard some conflicting. Okay, actually no, it's mentioned here. Nintendo fans first noticed a change to the voices of Mario and Wario in recent trailers for Super Mario Bros. Wonder and WarioWare Move It. Two new games coming to the Nintendo Switch this fall. In an email to Polygon, Nintendo confirmed Martinet would not appear in Wonder. While Charles is not involved in the game, we're excited to honor his legacy and contributions, including looking ahead to what he'll be doing as a Mario ambassador, end quote.
Yeah. Because I mean, he's always gonna be Mario to us. He's always gonna have a check, but he's just not gonna be doing the voices.
This man is living his life. He's living his best life, though.
I mean, he literally can travel anywhere to like Nintendo events. I don't know how many times he's probably been in Japan. Like, you know, like
there. He lives.
Yeah.
He lives in Shigeru Miyamoto's basement. Like when he needs a place to stay, it's just all decorated in Mario.
No. He lives in the hotel. He lives in the Nintendo hotel.
See, I don't know whether to be impressed by that or depressed by that. Because that
I
sounds
would
like corporate housing to me.
That was funny though.
Oh wait,
like,
no, that only happens in the US with Google. Never mind.
That's totally different.
Yeah.
It's like corporate housing is like, hey, we just need you. We need you
close by in the
we need you to close by
happens.
in case of stuff happens.
Yeah.
And as long as and then when you leave, you just leave the company. You just leave and you get your own place.
We bought this entire town and we're calling it Google Town.
Yeah, it's them as being like, with them it would be the company store. It would be like,
I wonder what Cupertino would be like if Apple wasn't there.
Probably less pretentious.
I don't know. That is Bay Area, California.
Mm-hmm.
That's in Silicon Valley. It's still there.
I didn't say not pretentious. I said less.
Gotcha.
Still pretentious.
We're here. Google, where you could lose your insurance job and house all in the same day.
Yeah. I wouldn't. Nah, I wouldn't want that. Nope. Mm-mm. That was
in Microsoft news. Sorry for some good ones. I love this.
Mm-hmm.
Microsoft's new Xbox Series X console wraps include Starfield and camo options.
Ooh.
I want that middle one so bad. I want
it.
Oh,
that one is nice.
I want it.
Though I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't mind having like the one on the right because I have the matching controller.
Damn it! I just realized you and my son have the same controller.
Yeah, I love this thing. I would have liked the Day Strike.
I saw. I was like, yeah, that is like the controller that Caden got, but I want this middle one, and I want to actually find that controller. They have to sell that controller, right?
Right?
Why
the gray camo?
I got the red one.
Let me look that up. Ray.
If there was a red one, if there was a red wrap,
camo.
If there was a red wrap though,
Xbox controller.
Oops. They aren't in Cupertino anymore for the most part.
Oh yeah, it's called. Oh wait. Ooh. Okay, there it is. All right. I was like, what? Okay. It's a Arctic camo. That's what that one's called.
Okay.
And that would match. And then that left one, that's the Starfield. Speaking of Starfield stuff, did you see that? I posted they have the Starfield.
I meant to include that with streaming or like hardware stuff, but yeah.
It's in streaming?
No, you posted it in the Discord. I meant to put it in the links, but I was like, it's the Wave 3 mic.
Yeah. It's for context, it's the Wave 3 mic.
Yeah, I'll pull it up.
The Wave 3 mic and the Stream Deck in the Starfield style. So it's nice, but it's nice, crisp. Especially if you like Starfield and you got and you have like all the Starfield peripherals, it's kind of nice. You got like a all white aesthetic that you're going with in your room. It's really nice. So I'm loving that Elgato does the whole limited edition ones, because I think they did one. The last one I think I seen prior to this was the Discord one. Yeah. Had that lovely, nice, like pale purple design with the Wumbus leaf design as well.
Yeah, it's like my thing is like when you showed it, I was like, I would like something clean. That's kind of. Wow, that was something I wasn't expecting to see. How MKBHD ruined tech videos. Are people just really just trying to come for these tech YouTubers like this. Like, well, somebody went after Linus. I gotta go after MKBHD. It's like, look, I've got my problems. I will air them out, but it's not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to watch it now just to laugh at it, but I'm afraid it'll get like put into the algorithm. Oh, he likes videos like these. Granted, the YouTube page y'all saw was for the YouTube uploads and not my personal YouTube. So yeah, that's been kind of laying dormant, and that's why those videos still show up there. But yeah, it's a thing of like, I don't understand like limited edition hardware for things. Like for a console, sure.
Yeah.
But like a mic and a Steam Deck or Stream Deck, it's like, I don't know if I can be that in love with the thing to where it's like, oh yes, look at my Starfield microphone. After I've played the game, it's cool, but I've moved on.
I mean,
but I still have to look at Starfield.
I mean, you trust me. The people who the peeps,
I guess,
who buy the Gundam stuff, they would fuck with it. The
But
people who buy the Fallout, who love Fallout aesthetic, you cannot fault a good aesthetic choice. Like,
I mean, if Starfield was like a series of things and not just this one game, sure. Like the Gundam, I get it. I get like there's a lot of Gundam content. Here we go in the damn Weebcast.
Weebcast.
It's the recognition that that's probably actually going to be what our theme song sounds like.
Get out of my head!
Weebcast.
But yeah, I don't know. Like, I mean, with Gundam, I get it, but it's like Starfield's like, I mean, unless there are like multiple Starfield properties, I feel like this is way too much. But also, I'm just gonna put it out there. You know what we're seeing here that we didn't see in Redfall though?
Loading issues?
No. All of this promotional marketing.
Sure as hell did.
So it seems like, yeah, like just with all this hype surrounding it, it seems like, yeah, all right, Starfield might be something. Whereas like Redfall came, it was like, this is it?
Yeah. Redfall kind of hit like a dull, wet thud on the front porch.
Not a dull, wet thud, Kevin.
Oh yeah, because it was like like I say, nobody, that thing broke my heart because I was thinking it was going to be like, it could easily be like a Left 4 Dead type game situation where we had like escalating set piece moments, or it could be like in the vein like a Far Cry where we have like these different bandit camps and
that
like
game was just confusing to play.
It was very confusing to play, and like bugs aside, because that was like low hanging fruit. Like narrative and
just didn't really know what to do.
And it was just us just kind of roaming around, and
like I just kept following y'all, said maybe they know what the hell's going on, because I sure shit don't.
And then it's just like we're just like shooting peeps in the face, and then every now and again a vampire pops up. Might have been a zombie. Could have easily been a zombie for all we care.
Look,
a vampire came out.
Vampires.
Yeah, a vampire just pulled out, and it's like, yeah, and it's like, oh, and then we just killed it, and then it was like, oh. Okay.
So yeah, these wraps are starting at $44.99 each, and so I guess the Starfield wrap. It doesn't say when the Starfield one will be available, but at least November 10th, the Arctic and Mineral Camo wraps will be available. Also, again, still cannot understand why in the hell. Another reason why I want to create my own tech and gaming website. When I post a link to a place, Let it go to that place. I don't need to track it. Like, why is this even fucking allowed? The Verge, you are fucking shit. Fucking trash website. I'd like to check something, but I can't because you track where I go.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, let me know when you streaming Merge, because I want to see it. I want to see it.
But he's not gonna have a camera on, so.
No, but I want to see him streaming it.
Oh, Starfield?
Just streaming in general.
Oh. That's the thing. Like,
let me just go ahead and slide up on that button real quick.
Yeah, like
while I'm thinking about it. Let me go. Let's just go ahead and verify that.
Yeah, give me a second. I am following. Maybe I should turn a notification on so we can't sneak by me.
No, like, yeah, make sure that you don't miss the streams of West Coast Sin.
Yeah. Let's see, I'm popping it up. Maybe it'll show it now. Okay, so yeah, in mod mode it won't let me see it. So I gotta figure out how to do that later. Okay, so the Starfield one is available on October 18th. Wow, why so far away from the game's launch though? But the Mineral and Arctic Camo on November 10th. Starfield's going for $50 while the camo ones are going for $45. I mean, he at least puts up YouTube videos. That I'm aware of. In more Microsoft news, Microsoft is selling off Activision's cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft in a bid for UK approval. So somehow, some way, Ubisoft ended up, and I'm going to say it, in bed with another company for another deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
How? Just how does Ubisoft get into everything? Like,
that's it. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you.
I mean, yeah, yes, it is the money. I get that, but it's the whole thing of like
the money.
You look. It's like Ubisoft. How did you get here?
Mm-hmm.
You weren't even a part of these conversations.
You get here. Nobody's supposed to be here.
Nobody's supposed to be here.
Microsoft just gonna buy Ubisoft now to get it all back. Then we gotta go through this shit again.
Mm-hmm.
But Ubisoft has been aggressively, no, we will not be taken over. Also, it's kind of strange how EA was looking to be bought and Microsoft it got Activision instead.
Mm-mm.
Like, y'all could have just had your own sports.
Mm-mm.
Oh, but then we would have heard about the man. Damn it, why is it always like the two toxic games that would have complained about a thing? It's like if it wasn't Call of Duty, then it'd just be the Madden guys.
Yeah, it'd be the Madden Bros. Because then it'd be like,
hey, yo, young boy, thank you for that sub.
thankful, Sid.
Thank you, young.
I thought Ubisoft was fighting off being bought, like that whole Vivendi thing from like a few years ago. But EA was like, yes, please, somebody do that. Somebody please buy us.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? I don't think EA would have fought that too much. Or like the Madden folks would have fought EA being bought. It was, well, fine, then we'll just go buy Xboxes. It's fine. That's where we were initially.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think they would have bought. Yeah, you're right. They wouldn't have balked on that one because I think the majority of people were on Xbox anyway. So yeah. Oh, but then of course, PlayStation, of course. But
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think Madden fans on PlayStation would balk that much. Not as much as Call of Duty. Like, I feel like the Call of Duty bros are the ones who are still trying to keep that flame war alive. Or it's like Madden is like, look, we just want to play Madden. Just tell me where Madden is. I'll get Madden. It's fine. Hey. A year ago they were looking, but the price was too high. Gotcha. So quote, to address the concerns about the impact of the proposed acquisition on cloud game streaming raised by the UK Competition and Markets Authority, we were structuring the transaction to acquire a narrower set of rights. This includes executing an agreement effective at the closing of our merger that transfers the cloud streaming rights for all current and new Activision Blizzard PC and console games released over the next 15 years to Ubisoft Entertainment SA, a leading global game publisher. The rights will be in perpetuity, end quote. And that's from Microsoft President Brad Smith. We have altered the deal. Pray we do not have to alter it any further. Sorry, my James Earl Jones is terrible. I made him British and not as bassy as he usually is.
Mm-hmm.
But
we have altered the promise of the deal. Do not fear that we pray any longer.
It sounds like you're sleeping, dog.
That's how you have to go with.
It sounds like a snore. Like, yo, did Darth Vader just fall asleep? What the hell? Motherfucker, we talking.
We do not alter it any longer. You have to basically like elongate the words and then like deepen them a little bit.
But then you went to sleep. It's like you just started snoring. It's like, yo, dog, we talking, man.
You know this man walks around with like a portable CPAP machine.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
This man was out here on a was a walking badass respirator. Come on now. That's why I did the
CPAP.
Yeah.
Where's the lie?
There is no lie. That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was.
No lie detected.
There was no lie detector. Prepare. We do not alter it any further.
This motherfucker got insomnia and he's a CPAP at all times. Wait, no, It's not insomnia. Wait, what is it? Narcolepsy.
Sleep apnea.
No, I mean he falls asleep at the drop of a hat.
Narcolepsy.
Yeah, narcolepsy.
Yeah, it's narcolepsy.
He has narcolepsy with sleep apnea, so he needs a CPAP machine at all times.
Mm-hmm.
So, dude, you could just die at any moment.
Now, if I had my cup with me, I could definitely do a good voice. Hold on. Oh wait, I got this glass.
He's like Heartman from Death Stranding, except he just instead of an AFib, he's got a damn CPAP.
Hold on, let me say. You have failed me for the last time, Admiral.
That works. So
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
So yeah, and then Ubisoft was quick. It's quick to get on Twitters. The Ubisoft Plus lineup is expanding. We're excited to announce a new agreement that will bring Activision Blizzard games to Ubisoft Plus via streaming upon the completion of Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard. What the fuck?
It sounds like the way that you just ran through this set of words, I feel like at any moment you're gonna offer me a bean pie.
Let's see, there's more to it here. We'll also be licensing the games to a range of cloud streaming and subscription services. So ultimately, it could just end up right back on Game Pass for cloud streaming. Not to mention the fact that, again, I think we are getting... No, I did not include that. But yeah, because I think we talked about it some time ago. Microsoft Game Pass, PC Game Pass is available on GeForce Now starting today. So yeah, those games. So they may not end up on Game Pass, but they may end up on GeForce Now. But I also would venture a guess that these games would end up on cloud streaming for Game Pass as well. So hopefully everybody is now happy and this will go through. And instead of 3 companies, there will be 2. Because Ubisoft somehow got in the bid.
Mm-hmm.
And Ruin is not happy. What? Baldur's Gate 3 is coming to Xbox Series X in 2023. Hooray to all the Xbox fans. With the concession from Microsoft. And remember I was saying, it's a slippery slope because people have rules in place and somehow, some way you finagle a way around it. While I don't like how Twitter finagled their way around to get X and possibly to a block button, removal of a block feature. Larian Studios is finally bringing BG3 to Xbox. It was something that was noticeably absent. I mean, it's out on PC. It's coming out on PS5, I think next month. And it is releasing on Xbox Series X and S in October, if I'm not mistaken. They were saying that, hey, it was going to be delayed until 2024 because they were having some issues with the Xbox Series S. However, Larian was able to get things done with talks with Xbox. They are launching Baldur's Gate 3 without split screen co-op on the Series S. Now, you will say, well, what's the big deal, right? The big deal is there was an agreement that you have to sign if you were developing for Xbox, or at least the Series X, that whatever you make on the X has to work on the S. Doesn't matter how it works, but it has to be feature parity. Resolutions may not be the same, frame rates may not be the same, but it has to be feature parity. This is a big deal because no BG3 split screen on Series S is unbearable. But yeah, this is a big deal because of the fact that Xbox Series X will launch with the split screen co-op. Xbox Series S will not. On Twitter, the social media platform previously, on Twitter, and I'm gonna skip that last part that's in between those commas. Vinky said that after meeting with the head of Xbox, Phil Spencer, at Gamescom, he was, quote, super happy to confirm that Larian, quote, found a solution that allows us to bring Baldur's Gate 3 to Xbox players this year. Still something we've been working towards for quite some time. All improvements will be there with split screen co-op on the Series X. Series S will not feature split screen co-op, but will also include cross-save progression between Steam and Xbox Series. Wait a second. So you mean to tell me that, well, if I own it on Steam, then I might as well just play it on Steam. Okay, I thought that was going to solve something for me, but bear with me, I'm just so disappointed. Are you? Actually, okay, no, never mind. I can see the disappointment. I forgot you probably have multiple people in your house who actually will play this video game with you. I don't, so it was like, and again, I have to look inward at myself and realize that, I am in a position to where, hey, not everything applies to me. So yeah, everybody will finally be able to play Baldur's Gate in some form or fashion. Coming up soon. Let's see here. So there still is no date as to when it, I could have sworn I saw a date for this. I thought it was in October, but I'm not seeing it. Oh, wah wah. Yes, I'm not seeing when this is going to be available for Microsoft, but at least it will be available on PlayStation 5 on September 6th, the same day as Starfield. Do you think that this game will launch on September 6th on Xbox? Young says it's good to hear Xbox compromise a bit with their Xbox Series content parity, content parity or disparity. Is it disparity or is it disparity policy for this? I think it's good in a. Actually, I think it's actually really good that they are doing that, because I'm wondering now if we're going to see more games that are. If we're going to see more games that are coming out that are only Xbox Series X. Like, this game is just too powerful to run on a Series S. Oh, excuse me. We'll have
to wait for that digital foundry to really tell, but.
So, and like I think Ruin had posted in Discord just before we went live. Do you think that this is the ammunition that gamers need, or the latest big ammunition gamers need to sit here and say that the Series S is holding up or holding back the Series X? If they're trying to do feature parity, do you think that the Series S is holding back the Series X?
I don't think so, really. Because just as you say, you make for one, and then you strip away features from the other, and then people will
But no,
will
that's what
go
I'm saying,
the way they go.
If this never happened,
right?
And they got the approval to not to not have that feature parity, this game was not going to come out on Xbox for a time.
Yeah.
If at all.
Yeah.
So, given that, if Microsoft stood with that, say it's like, no, split screen co-op needs to be in the Series S because it's in the Series X.
Right.
Do you think this would have been the argument to say the series, like putting games on Series S is what's holding back games on the Series X because there has to be feature parity?
Do I think it's holding back? No.
Okay. Because
again, you made, like I say, Microsoft looked at y'all and said this. And said, we're making this and we're making that. Now, future years down the line, you could probably make the thing of, we could probably see when we're in like the next generation of this, and then people see the moratoriums of the S and be like, yeah, that wasn't the best move for them to make. But a lot of the times the S were on shelves when the X was clearly not. And then people would end up buying the S. Now, we could feel like about storage and underpowered and feature set, it is what it is. But if we're sitting there and saying like, all right, is the S holding it back? No. You just say, okay, I'm gonna make the X version, and if you have an S, hey, can't really tell you. Now,
but that's what I'm saying. Like that's where that feature parity comes in. Whereas like it has to be the same game.
Mm-hmm.
Like again, it's like we don't care about the resolution, we don't care about the frame rate. Those could be vastly different. But here it is, they could not get co-op split screen to work on one console.
Right.
And they could not launch the game at all.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, do you feel like like let's say somebody else comes up with a similar situation, like we cannot launch this game because there is a feature that's on the X that's not working on the S that isn't resolution or frame rate. Like it is a core feature of this game that has to be removed in order to get it to work.
Right.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like imagine like with split screen co-op, like you're having to render the world twice.
Right.
And the Series S can't do that.
Right.
So that feature can't exist.
Right. On
Therefore,
the S, it can't.
Right. Therefore, breaking the feature parity rule.
I mean, yeah, it breaks the parity. It in the terms of does it break the feature parity rule?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In that respect, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, because that's still a technical limitation.
Right.
On the S.
But that's the thing, though. Many people are saying that it's holding it back. It's holding the X back for literally just existing. for it being the redheaded stepchild of the generation.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like, is Baldur's Gate 3 and given this revelation,
right?
Like, now they have something concrete that this is what we're talking about. This here.
Right.
This isn't a specific example of this happening. Do you think that they'll use Baldur's Gate 3 as that argument to say the S is holding the X back? Here is something that isn't resolution or frame rate. This is a core feature of your game that did not work, and it wouldn't launch unless Xbox broke that rule for you.
Right. So who would you be saying would do it? Are you talking about gamers, games media, Xbox itself?
I would say it's probably the gamers TM.
Well, see, gamers TM ain't buying this if they can have an X.
I'm sorry.
If you
know what? No, let me take it back. Not gamers TM, but like gamers in general. Like just anybody who is noticing, it's not doing what PS5 is doing.
Obviously not.
Because there isn't a PS5 Lite.
Right.
Like there's an Xbox Series X Lite, or like Sin has affectionately called it, Lil Xbox Annie.
Yeah.
Like there are things that the Xbox Series X could do, but they had to pare it back so that one code base can work with the S.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure, up until today, there were like little snips and like people can point to this, that, and the third between gamers and even games media. Because I'm pretty sure some folks in games media were saying the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would almost argue that, well, yeah, it sucks that I can't get ray tracing, or, could you at least do 1080p 60 Xbox Series S? I don't know. Like, do a thing. But it doesn't, because they had to scale some things back. And they're saying like, man, Xbox Series X games could be so much better if developers didn't have to make sure it worked on the S too. Like in this case, where it's like literally they had to break the rule in order to release the damn game.
Yeah. Then
also Ruin says that devs also say that it holds them back.
Right. So don't. That's the thing though, is that Microsoft basically just plopped something. Microsoft made a thing, basically a decision that was somewhat better. That was somewhat better for the overall bottom line, but not so good for developers, because the S on paper is rough. The S in its practicality is decent if it fits within the caveats of a low price entry into the current gen,
and internet.
You've got access to good, decent internet.
Because that's not the cheapest thing you could do. Yeah. Is that there do anything with that?
And if you want to like just play Fortnite on it, you have access to Fortnite, Paladins, Overwatch.
It's your Call of Duty box.
Whatever. It's the bedroom machine that I can just plop in my bedroom and play whatever Game Pass game that I'm down for in my bed and then go to sleep and whatever.
Your indie machine.
So indie machine, exactly. So in the vein of, and it was the one thing. It was the one thing that was on store shelves and was selling during the time when we barely could see an X because of production and logistics. So again, do I think they should have made one? No, I think this should have. I think the S should have came out after, years after everything broke down. I don't think it should have came out at launch. I think it should have came out like years ago. I think they should have did like what PlayStation did with like the disc and no disc.
Yeah,
more
of
one.
Here, the problem is that the X should have been the base console.
Yeah, exactly. It should have been the base, and then the X be the Pro, and then the X be the Pro.
No, X was the base. Like you have the Xbox Series X.
Oh, X is the base.
As like
right.
That's the target, and then like there was just something more powerful than the X. But then I still feel like that's the issue. Like you would still want to develop something for that more powerful thing, and you'd still have the same problem.
Right, because then you would be like, all right, you would have in the code base, and then you can probably like scale down. Games could probably scale down, or they may not look as sharp and crisp on an S. But people could have access to like Microsoft current gen games, as opposed to not having access to current gen games, or having to be like, damn, I really want to pay that $500. I don't want to pay that $500, and then have a more cost-effective console. But then devs just have to be like, look, man, no, do like what Baldur's Gate said. No, you're not getting that, because you know why? The Xbox Series S is not the move, bro. Look, Phil, we don't want it. And then, we don't want it. And you just say, well, look, we're going to get it, but because of the S, it's going to be a couple more months. And just stand 10 toes down about that.
Well, I mean, that's what it was.
Right.
Like, that's what it was. Like, because they were still trying to work within feature parity.
Right.
They were delaying. It was like delayed indefinitely.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to fix the issue on the S.
Yeah.
Which still also says the reason that they could still be trying to work on it after it launches.
Right.
To get it to work, and it'll be an update to the Series S. Like, hey, now Series S can do split screen co-op. Or maybe not. So, maybe they'll just give up and say, all right, fuck it. We tried. It didn't work. This is it.
You get what you get. And that's the thing, though. Just because somebody does a thing, don't mean you have to, you be like, look, you're going to get it. Okay, you're going to get an Xbox version when we get you an Xbox version. The indies will probably have no problem with it. But AAA or big indie studios or bigger studios just have to make do what they can.
Well, remember, Larian is technically an indie developer.
Right. Yeah, it's a big indie.
So
yeah,
they were able to say, it's not coming out until we can solve this problem.
Right. Exactly. So that's up to you to be like, hey, Phil, guess what? It's gonna take the time it takes.
And I think that's like everybody was okay with it, but I feel like they were looking at we want the Xbox players to play this game.
Yeah.
But we can't release it because of this rule that Xbox has in place. We're willing to work on it, but man, this really sucks for the consumers who want to play it on your console. And everybody's looking like, damn, that's a lot of money we're wasting. We could be putting this out on our system, but we can't because of problem. Hey, Uncle Phil, could you fix this?
Yeah.
And he did. Which then I'm gonna re-put up Ruin's question again, or more like a statement. But I'm gonna form it as a question. He says, "Sounds like we need to drop the feature parity thing. Do you think that's what needs to happen here?"
Yeah. Yeah, because it's like, I think so. Because especially if you want more people to have. To be fair, like if you're buying an Xbox, if you're already a part of the Xbox family suite of consoles, if you've had a One, or 360 or whatever, the best thing for you to do is just go ahead and get an X, because that's whatever,
So my next question is, all right, because this wasn't here, but this natural progression here of the question: if they get rid of the feature parity rule, right? Mm-hmm. And you don't have to do that. You can do what Larian Studios did. Like, you technically made a game for Xbox Series S. That is the same game. It just lacks that feature.
Yeah.
My recent Apple service experience was great up until FedEx lost my package. Oh yeah, boy, I got a story to tell y'all. At what point do devs stop making games for the Series S?
Probably.
Because hey, no feature parity, we don't have to do it. Or is it still like, hey, if you release a game, you still technically have to put that game on the Series S? Like, it's like you're still putting on an Xbox game. It has to run on both of these consoles, but one is going to run like ass with 0 features, and the other one's going to be like the Rolls Royce of video games.
I feel like this is one of those moments that I run into during day job hours, where it's we did a thing,
right?
But like we did a thing where we made a decision to address a problem, and then we saw we saw a reason to make an exception, and people were just like, well, what if the whole thing collapses? I cannot imagine why, when it comes to software development and our understandings of like the things that we want to do or not do, why people are like inflexible about things as a general rule that you don't need to be inflexible about. Like, if you decided to let this happen for Baldur's Gate 3 because this was a special exception, then cool. But I mean, because the other thing is, you're falling into either the fire or the water. It's one of those, well, we don't want to have to deal with the slowdown that comes from gaming parity and all this other stuff. Cue the gamers TM coming in droves and being like, how come you made this system or you made this game, but it's not backwards compatible? Because if I go from this older model to this newer one, I should still be able to play my game and access my saves and all this other stuff. We were just here. We were just there. We barely left that airport terminal. Like, now we're in flight and y'all are just like, nah, fuck the airport we left from. What's wrong with y'all?
Yeah, it's a thing where like not everybody's going to be happy with the solutions, what we're going to come up with, and that's unfortunate.
Right.
And that's like one of those things of like, I want people to understand that if they decide to do this, and let's say they decide the feature parity goes out the window, I better not see y'all in like a month or 2 or 3 after that or whatever being like, it's not like I can't access my old saves. I can't transfer my game data to this newer system with these new games that came out. And I was really looking forward to it because I'm just gonna get this close to the camera and just blink at you really loud and wait to see if it sinks into your skull.
I wonder if they'll release if it's going to be a 2 SKU situation and they use smart delivery to differentiate between the Series S and X. And like those saves still worked. Where it's like, hey, I bought this when I had the Series S. Now I was able to upgrade to an X. I downloaded I re-downloaded the game to my X. Do I get the feature that wasn't there?
Yeah, I think saves will work. Like, yeah, I mean,
they've got the cross save between Steam and Xbox.
Yeah.
And I imagine the saves should be compatible. It's just a feature that's missing. And I doubt that couch co-op will go in that giant save file.
Right.
That grows forever.
Right.
Oh
I think it's
going to have an issue on the Series S for another reason. I just now realized.
I think it's just like they're just taking like, what can we do to keep it relatively feature complete, but without like taking something that's probably integral to the game and making it work. It's like, we're gonna jerry rig this to work on the Series S. Where, if this is what you want, but I think that would that be the clarion call of them being like, yeah, I think we might have like overstepped a little bit with this Series S. And Uncle Phil being like, yeah, I don't like the fact that we have like this feature is going to be on the X but not the S, and that I can't say vice versa because no, there's no vice versa. So it's more in the X and then the S. And but again, if that is what devs have to do to make this Series S experience work, then that's what they have to do. and Uncle Phil just gonna have to deal with that. Uncle Phil just gonna have to eat his apple pie on that. Like,
I need to address another elephant in the room. The Series S is going to have another problem when Baldur's Gate 3 finally launches. And I realized it when I said, save files that continue to grow and grow with every decision you make.
I see where you're going with this.
In theory, could you make an Xbox Series S save file so large that your Series S will not be able to save it?
That is funny. But I mean, hey.
You gotta delete games and continue to play Baldur's Gate. Like you try to launch it, you can't play this game anymore unless you delete an app. 512 gigabytes is totally more than sufficient for my needs in BG3. Nope, remember it's 300 and something gigabytes of free storage at first boot.
Yeah.
363 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. So, I mean, but like I say, that is just the life you live when you own a Series S. And I mean,
got just enough storage on the drive for Starfield and one BG3 save.
But
yeah.
not the game. Enough room for
not the
game,
but just to save. Just to save, yeah.
You gotta buy the damn disc for BG3 in order to play it on your series. Oh shit, and you can't.
You can't. You can't, because everything installs in the game anyway.
Time for that 1 terabyte Series S.
Yep, just in time. But I mean, at that point, if you already had a Series S, you might as well just go ahead and get an X at this point. Like, there's no need to up. Like, is on the 1 terabyte is only for those who've never who want a Series S but never bought a Series S.
Those expansion slot cards are starting to see some discounts.
And they're getting a little cheaper now. So
I mean, granted, the ones I've been seeing are the Western Digital ones.
Yeah.
And yeah.
So
they ain't doing so hot right now.
Yeah.
Granted, is it only just that one SSD that they're selling that's having the issue?
Probably.
Like, I can't remember. I don't know. Like, I've been keeping up with it as much as I should, but they keep showing that extreme SSD. I have 2 of them somewhere in this house. I don't think any critical data's on them, but All right, let's keep it moving. It was all the SanDisk ones. Oh, all of the SanDisk?
All the SanDisk? Damn.
Sid wanted to bring this to our attention. Apparently he has things to say. I don't know. BioWare is laying off approximately 50 people. And I know this was brought up in the Discord as well because, there was a PR statement that was put out. So yeah, we're letting people go, but don't be mad. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. Please don't be mad. General Manager Gary McKay wrote that layoffs were necessary to ensure the health of the studio as it continues development of Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Wait, what? So in order to make a game, you need less people. The math ain't mathing on that one. Damn, Rue said Microsoft didn't want to buy EA because of BioWare.
I mean, not wrong. Not wrong.
That shit scared me. Like, what the fuck just happened? It's like an explosion.
That was a fan.
I know. But it was so loud and sudden, it was like an explosion. My brain could not comprehend what had happened for a second. Oh. Quote, in order to meet the needs of our upcoming projects, continue to hold ourselves to the highest standard of quality. Since when? And ensure BioWare can continue to thrive in an industry that's rapidly evolving, we must shift towards a more agile and more focused studio. As part of this transition, we are eliminating approximately 50 roles at BioWare, end quote. And that is from Gary McKay.
And the thing that I'm very, it's one of those, the PR spin aside, I was looking into some things I had read about the people who have been let go at the time. And a lot of them are very senior with lots of experience at the company. They've been working there for like 2 decades and change. They have like a lot of historical institutional knowledge and all this other stuff. And that is just one of those things of being like, why, like in the middle of such a transition, why did you pick the most experienced among you?
Because you'd have to pay them more.
Oh, I mean, there's that, but we'll talk about that later. Like, so people don't like paying money for experience, but like you want to have people who perform at the level that those people did. So how are y'all gonna do that?
Entry level with 20 years of experience.
How y'all gonna do that? Like how y'all gonna do that? Like, do you have time to train people to that level of like quality and efficiency and whatever else those people carried? Because I mean, like, how are y'all gonna do that?
Who would train them? They all got let go.
Do you want that? Do you just want to like be like the meat grinder of the industry, just churning out?
Because that's always the wild thing. Like, you get rid of people because you don't want to pay them, and then you have to hire people with that a level of experience that you would have had to pay more than the people that you could have just kept, who you already had working there.
Yeah.
It's the way that these capitalisms will be capitalizing, but never in a way that makes sense.
Capitalism doesn't capitalize the way it's supposed to.
Like,
no, it's definitely working as it's working as designed.
Like,
but see, it doesn't.
Off
but
your,
see,
it's just like
they
got you out
money.
here cutting off your nose to spite your face. Like,
right.
I just don't understand.
It's supposed to continue
I don't
to
understand.
grow and
I
grow
don't understand.
and grow. It's supposed to just be eating itself and everybody who gets in its way. But wait, please hold.
Except for the Bored Ape people.
Please hold for the capitalist national anthem.
Capitalism.
Thank you.
Yep.
Someone pass around the offering plate.
Yeah. A good news for people who actually for people who have all sorts of RTX graphics cards. Not only was Cyberpunk say, hey, we're making changes to our games that everybody gets to enjoy, Nvidia was like, hold on, we could do you one better. Is that, you know how you want better ray tracing in your games? We'll give them to you. And guess what? Even though it's called DLSS 3.5, we're not gonna tie it to the new graphics cards. Anybody with an RTX card gets DLSS 3.5, or at least the AI ray reconstruction feature. It says if you're only laying off the top, it's to reduce the salary ceiling. Too many people want to be in the industry and will work for cheaper than those they replace. Yep.
Yep. What Merge said.
So yep, look for better ray tracing performance in all of your games if you have an RTX card of any variety, from the 20 series onward. I mean, Ruin, we could look at Blizzard. We can just look at Blizzard and say, yep, that's what happens. I can see that's what happened to Blizzard. I mean, to BioWare initially. Why fucking Andromeda was trash.
Oh, you didn't say that.
I mean, was it not?
You gonna have these people say you hate mail, like talking like that. You out here reckless.
who is it going to agree? Who's going to disagree and say that Mass Effect Andromeda was a great game? I'll wait.
I want it on record. That I did my best to do right by my friend and make sure that he was properly warned. I just want that on the official records. Thank you. That's all.
Mm-hmm. Note for the record.
Thank you.
On PC, Mass Effect Andromeda with a 72 Metacritic.
That what was that? Was it the launch trailer? That launch trailer slap. I'm only human after all. I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me.
But I have to.
Yep.
But
I put the blame on them.
I hate the fact, about 2 weeks ago, I saw a bumper sticker that said, "Look, don't blame me. I voted for Trump." I was like, but you're the reason why I'm blaming you. This is the reason why I'm blaming you.
You are the problem. It's me. Hi. I'm the problem. It's me. You are the problem.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Like now the real one should have been like, don't blame me, I voted for Sharpton. Because that's the real bumper sticker.
Oh no.
Wow.
Kevin.
Yep, that's the real good bumper sticker.
Wow, Kevin. Wow.
Which funny enough I did. When that happened.
Put on a bumper sticker that said, I voted for that guy. I don't know what to tell you.
I voted for the other guy or the other person.
Okay, I love this. I've already been hot and bothered about Cyberpunk 2077's Idris Elba starring. Okay, never mind. I didn't read the rest of the sentence. Although someone says, look, I've been hot and bothered about Idris Elba in Cyberpunk 2077. And I was going to agree. So if I. Oh my God, it's Idris Elba. They did not show Idris Elba in the latest trailer though, and I'm upset.
Why are we upset about this?
Because Idris Elba was not in the trailer.
You know something? That's fair. It's Idris Elba.
But yeah, so the new features that are coming for like the AI Ray Reconstruction will be coming to all Nvidia RTX graphics cards. So yeah, everybody gets some new stuff. 2 and 3000 series can use the DLSS 2.0 and 3.5 features. Yep, that's right. But not 3. Yeah, not 3. So Cyberpunk will actually run a little bit better. Some more. Hooray for me. Kev, I'm gonna need you to get Nintendo. They out here wilding. Nintendo Switch gets official Denuvo support the current PC emulation.
That's funny.
Kevin said the way that this is none of my business.
It's none of my business.
At all.
But why? Just why?
Why what?
Why add Denuvo? Like, just let me play my games on my PC. I bought them. Let me play them there. Or I don't know, release your games on PC like Sony and Xbox do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Cowards.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Let me play Breath of the Wild 4K 60 FPS.
Ooh.
Or Tears of the Kingdom for that matter.
Oh, Tears of the Look, I would be happy if Tears of the Kingdom ran 1080p 60.
Look, let me play Super Mario Brothers at 8K 120. I want to see the individual hairs on Mario's head.
Like.
And count them for myself. Quote, as with all other Denuvo solutions, the technology integrates seamlessly into the build tool chain with no impact on the gaming experience. Bullshit. It then allows for the insertion of checks into the code, which blocks gameplay on emulators.
I want to know how long it's going to take before somebody cracks it. I want to know how long is it going to take to crack it.
We'll find out when the ship pulls into port, because that's about where we're at now with most things.
Is Kingdom running 480p 60? No, I think it runs at, I want to say their lowest count was like 500 something at 30.
Yeah, it was very much above like 480. But still not even barely 720. Because to be fair, that's what happens when you by the way. Well, that also gets to the fact that that's why you make it onto Tigra. That's what happens when you make your console a Shield tablet.
I mean, look, ARM has been doing good for some people, but they waited and then also made their own chips.
That's what they should did. You just made a custom.
Nintendo doesn't see. That's the thing. Nintendo doesn't do that. They are notorious for using off-the-shelf parts.
And that's why it's a Shield tablet. That's why it's a Shield tablet. Hell, if it was like a custom APU GPU situation, it would probably run a lot better.
I mean, probably, but like they will probably wait for like AMD to do that. Which to be fair, the Z1. You don't think Lisa Su wouldn't have done that? Oh, don't worry. I feel like Lisa Su is like, yo, Nvidia ain't really helping Nintendo like they want to, and we just released a Z1 and a Z1 Max. Imagine we gave Nintendo the power of a Steam Deck or ROG Ally.
Yeah,
AMD is definitely gonna run it. Like, I mean, I don't know. Intel might try to make a run for it, but I feel like Intel is hemorrhaging too much money to do that. Like AMD is in prime position to run shit now.
Right. Yeah.
The Tigra was great, but like, there's not like, I think Nvidia is focusing on like graphics and like just high compute at this point, to be worried about like portable hardware that they could do with their ARM-based chips. Like, I feel like AMD is supposed to, we're going to move Nintendo to x86 with everybody else, and we're about to get that feature parity. So now we're going to start seeing like true 3 console multi-plat titles coming out again. Yeah. Because like everybody's coding on the same shit now. Yeah.
That's kind of would have been the best thing. Like, imagine like a Nintendo Direct, and then like a Dr. Lisa Su pulls up,
like,
and her kitten heals, and be like, yes.
Larian would develop a game for the Nintendo Switch 2, and then upscale it for the Series S.
Yeah. Because Divinity 2 is on the Switch, so they would definitely do that if they could.
But see, I imagine that was done by a port, which, you gotta remember too, a lot of these multi-plat games are being ported by other companies. That's why the PC releases of games this year have been shit. It's the reason to not go AMD. It's why they went with a Tigra in the first place.
Yeah, cheap.
Okay, that's on them then.
That was on them though. So it's
this is free. This is free advice. It's like, look, Nintendo, do you want to succeed?
Yeah, do you want to succeed or you don't?
Imagine.
Doesn't matter to me. I'm not buying them. I'm only buying like.
They don't want it to be easy.
RPG. That's about it.
Damn, you're right. Fuck, you are absolutely right.
Because they never wanted it to be easy. Because if they wanted it to be easy,
the thing
custom
is too,
CPUs,
well,
APUs.
Well, there's that, and also it's just the piracy thing. If it was running off of a CPU, then you really don't have to emulate much.
But again, the emulation.
You wouldn't have to emulate much at that point. It's like, oh, it's just running off of x86 like everything else. Oh, okay, bet
Right. Your fight. It's like oftentimes, Nintendo is fighting with a fervent, they fighting with a strong, intense 2%.
But see, the thing is too, like I imagine Nintendo has all that money because they're not sitting there buying engineers to actually try to do that custom architecture. Like, I don't think Nintendo's about that life, would ever be about that life.
Because they choose not to. They don't want to innovate. They innovate in other ways, but they don't innovate in the ways that actually makes the sense. That's why we have a Switch. That's literally a Nvidia Shield.
I mean, but you could say that kind of played to their advantage, though.
It did until it didn't. Until we looked at Pokemon.
I mean,
until we looked at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet and seen how ass it was.
Yeah, because they have a chip from 2015 that they launched in 2017.
Yeah,
it's 2020. Yeah,
yeah. And had the nerve to up and they had the nerve to up the old.
I don't see where else it would go though, because like everyone said, like Nvidia's not put out like a new Tegra like base handheld thing.
No, because they've given up on the Shield. They've
no, they've put out a Shield device since then, but it was like a stick.
Yeah, stick. It's like one thing that is powered. It's like one of the greatest Nintendo devices out there that really shook up the game, and a stick dongle.
Yeah, I don't see where they would go. I mean, I'd imagine like they'd have to go AMD.
They have to go AMD. They can't not go AMD at this point. They can't. Snapdragon? What are we doing? Qualcomm?
Actually, now that you say it,
to be fair, they'd be in better shape. They've been in better shape with more advanced Snapdragons out there.
They would if they went with a snap. Because don't forget, I didn't include this because again, that's like highly technical. This probably would have been a major plays discussion. Oh, which by the way, I need to bring that back because I'm not meeting on Fridays like I used to.
Okay.
They announced Qualcomm did announce new Snapdragon parts for mobile PCs.
Yeah. So and I can tell you it would probably run a heck of a lot better.
Which yes, but the thing is, and the one thing I'm concerned about with Snapdragon and their CPUs is like every Android device that it's on, I mean, up until recently, has not lasted that damn long.
No.
It's like after 2 years, you're already like, look, I don't even know what the fuck is happening.
This is true.
So they may be getting better. They may be getting better. They may be in a position. And I think I would almost say that they would. I would say that they would reach out to Qualcomm. Like Qualcomm might be able to make them something custom that's based off of this mobile PC joint. That's like the only option if they're not going to go AMD.
Yeah.
That's going to keep like things kind of in their control.
Yeah.
But yeah. It'd be interesting to see where that goes. I'm gonna put it out there. Do we want to lock it in? Do we want to lock it in though?
As like a Nigrodamus moment?
Yes. Do we want to lock it in as a Nigrodamus moment? We have not done one in a long time.
Yeah, I think we should, since we ain't done it in a while, I think we should lock it in. Custom made.
Not y'all being like, just for old time's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah. We ain't did it in a while. Cracks knuckles. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's do that.
I'm gonna say that the new Nintendo console, whenever that is released, it will have, or they will be working with Qualcomm. They will be working with Qualcomm for their next console.
I'm gonna say contingent on the fact
that it is like a Switch 2.
Right. I'm going to buck the trend.
Actually, no.
And-
I'm gonna say that's just it. Like fuck Switch 2. Like if it's just a new console, I think they're still gonna do a Switch 2. But even if it was a pure hardware, like just home console, I still bet it's gonna run on Qualcomm ARM chips.
Right. Qualcomm. You say Qualcomm ARM chips. I'm gonna buck the trend, and we're gonna say overall custom chipset. You say Qualcomm. I'm gonna say AMD. I'm gonna say AMD APU.
You can say they're gonna use AMD's joint.
Yes.
I mean, either way, it's better than what they got.
It's definitely better than what they got. It's definitely better. It's definitely better. If we're talking about at least like PS4 quality graphics, yes.
All right, now
the bar solo.
It is. It really is.
The bar is
solo.
The bar is below the Earth's crust.
Earth's crust, truly.
It is smooth parked in the mantle.
It's magma.
They have to come up to get into the Marianas Trench.
Oh my God. Wow. All right.
We're going from one handheld to another.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Remember this? Sony's Project Q, I think it was called at one point.
Yeah.
It is now been officially named the PlayStation Portal. It is $200.
Mm-hmm.
200?
$200.
Right.
And does jack shit.
Yeah. So you buy this on top of the $500 for a console. And are you getting VR? Another $200.
No. But see, hey, you want to listen to this in the privacy of your own home? Like you just listen to it without disturbing people? This device has no Bluetooth.
You made a wireless device that doesn't have Bluetooth capability.
You are.
In the year of the Beyonce tour, 20.
At least that Shield Tigra had a at least that Nvidia Shield had Bluetooth support. It was late as hell, but it had Bluetooth support.
Oh no, it always had Bluetooth. The controllers running on Bluetooth. They had to add an update to say, hey, you can have this many controllers and no Bluetooth headphones, or we cut down the number of controllers so you can pair Bluetooth headphones.
And you'd be like, yeah, that's fair.
Sony is officially launching its portable PlayStation later this year, the PlayStation Portal Remote Player. The handheld device will stream PS5 games over Wi-Fi and feature an 8-inch LCD screen running at 1080p resolution at 60 FPS. Sony says the PlayStation Portable will be available later this year, priced at $199.99. Let's see. Yeah, the PlayStation Portable will also be capable of playing media, as the home screen has a dedicated section for it, as it's mirroring your PS5. You won't be able to run anything locally though, so if you don't have Wi-Fi, then you're out of luck. Again, like I said, the only way this thing would be justified is like if it had Android or something on it. There are no internals in this. It's just a screen and a Wi-Fi module.
So you're playing with a kiosk, is what you're saying. Like
Yes.
we're in our Chobits era. You should be asking this particular thing. If it's just like, are you sure you don't want to just recycle your phone? Like that's what it is. This is what this sounds like.
Remember the whole thought of, man, this will be great if you just only wanted to buy this and do cloud streaming. No, you can't do that either. Quote, games that must be streamed on PS5 using a PS Plus premium membership are not compatible. You can't cloud game on this motherfucker.
What is the reason? What's the reason?
To sell you a $200 controller with a big ass screen on it.
Mm-hmm. So Wii U, bet.
I feel like the Wii U had more functionality than that.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a sad feeling to have.
Wow.
Yeah.
And here comes Pulse with the PS-U. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, no, here's a better one. The PS5U.
PS5U.
Well, yes, that's the use case, but I don't know someone who owns a PS5 but also doesn't own at least an Android phone. Or an iPhone SE.
Mm-hmm.
I am concerned
you
that
can
you
get
just said, okay, that's the use case, but
you can get one of those clips to put on your dual sense that mount your phone on it. You get a backblade, backbone. Backblaze is my backup company. You can get the backbone, the Razer Kishi. Like, there are multiple solutions to this problem that do not cost $200 for a controller that was split in half to put a screen on it.
I mean, looking at it, considering what you can do with it, this is everyone's reminder if you have one. The Switch is right there. Your Islanders would like a visit from you on Animal Crossing at some point. I'm just saying.
They miss you. They worried.
The PlayStation Portable doesn't have Bluetooth, so you won't be able to connect to wireless headphones or Sony's Pulse 3D headset. You know, the other big purchase you bought with your PS5. Instead, it uses a PlayStation Link wireless technology, a new proprietary standard for PlayStation devices.
Okay, Papple. That's what we're going to start calling them now.
PlayStation Link is designed to deliver low latency, lossless audio, and Sony is launching a wireless headset and buds that support PlayStation Link. So, just to even have headphones for your device, if you were using it in Ruin's use case, you have to buy new headphones. You'll be able to use this new headset or buds with a PS5 through a USB adapter. So your PlayStation does not have this technology. Your PlayStation Portal does.
Like,
oh my God, what is this?
I really could have just bought a little like lightning port attachment with with my Switch controller and plugged it into my iPhone and got more satisfaction out of it than this.
Sony, you, according to fucking Microsoft, you have the lead. What the fuck, bro?
Like, you put the bag down and then decided to stomp on the bag like it was on fire. I could not imagine.
Weren't we supposed to be starting a new segment of the show called like L of the Week or some shit? But wasn't it always given to Twitch at that time? Oh my God.
Meanwhile, in the halls of justice, because that's what this sounds like at this point.
$200 for a thing you cannot use.
You know, have you ever just like listened to somebody say $200 and you're just like, 200 of what dollars? 200 of whose dollars?
American dollars.
Are you talking about like U.S. legal tender?
Yes.
Is that what we're referring to? Because
yes.
Absolutely not.
Nope.
No?
Nah.
200. Look, I was a wasteful spender and still technically am, regardless of the amount of money I hold on, like I don't have.
I would like
I
to
don't
take this
care
moment to
how
very
much
respectfully decline.
I don't care how much money I would ever make if I was being paid Bezos money. Zucky Zuck money, Musky Musk money.
Zuck bucks.
I don't know. And I have to say I don't know for that much. But let's say if I had my regular job, if I had my 80, 85 grand job again, this is no. I would rather spend it on a PlayStation, the VR with nary a game that I want to play than on a piece of glass stuck between two halves of a DualSense controller. Because, I mean, that is what this literally is. It's like somebody stretched out the fucking trackpad on a DualSense and put a screen there for me to only play it on Wi-Fi. And if I want to play with it privately, because someone else is watching TV, I can't play my PlayStation. I don't want to disturb them while they are watching TV or doing something else with the TV. I have to buy proprietary fucking wireless headphones. Bluetooth couldn't have been that damn expensive. Y'all couldn't even put 5G on this mug.
Just
not even like
once
Android
again,
and some storage.
Once again, are you? That's just embarrassing. And are you not embarrassed?
Like $200 for this. For $200 more, I get a fucking PC and can put remote play on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think. I don't know. I haven't tried, have no reason to try, but here we are.
You thought you didn't have a reason to try, and then they were just like, what if we gave you one?
Post with the confirmation. You could do that on the Steam Deck and the Ally. I know you could on the Ally because it's running Windows. Steam Deck, you know, it's like, look, it is running Linux. What? Oh God. Oh my God, this is worse. The PlayStation Portable versus the Nintendo Switch Lite. Both $200. The PlayStation Portable requires a PS5 console. The Switch Lite is its own system. The Portal doesn't have Bluetooth. The Lite has Bluetooth. The Portal needs to be connected to Wi-Fi. The Lite can play games offline and locally. The Portal only works with Sony PlayStation Link compatible headphones. The Lite works with all wireless headphones. Also has a 3.5mm jack. So you can just plug in headphones. The Portal, 3 to 4 hours of battery life as a DualSense controller. The Switch Lite, 5.5 to 7 hours of battery life. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. We're getting confirmation from the chat that the Portal does at least have a 3.5mm jack. So you can plug wired headphones into it. I'm sorry. I thought they were taking a book. Well, no, of course they're not.
Not us out here at the bleeding edge of innovation.
Look, there's
Not
so many
that.
people who are bitching at the fact that phones still do have 3.5mm jacks.
I mean, I know a few, and I feel like they're very correct for the phones that they have. But just generally speaking, it's one of those. Oh,
Bluetooth headphones are very
like,
inexpensive. We
It's like it's basically the same as if someone said, "Hey, do you know what else they can do? You can text people from this device using T9 technology."
Look, I will say, look, I am glad that yes, the Steam Deck does have a 3.5mm jack. It's been great, but again, Bluetooth also exists. It's probably in a strange spot though, like the left trigger. Like you gotta force pull it down just to get the holes to line up. Why? A thing you did not have to make, and you did.
You know, I think that's the most annoying part of this is like people who don't have to rush to build things, rushing to build them and then building them terribly. Like, how is any of that necessary?
Like, this is not necessary. It's not. I'm sorry. No.
And wasn't. And was not.
Right. I'd rather buy blow and get arrested for it than sit there and buy this. I don't even know. I would go on an excursion to find blow. If somebody came to my house right now, so look, I'm gonna like they would say, I will give you $200 and I take it. It's all right. Now I have this PlayStation portal right here. You can either give me $200 back and get this portal, or you have to go find cocaine. I will lead an expedition to find cocaine. Just so I can give someone else $200 and not Sony.
For legal purposes, we are like that is not a thing that Major actually does.
No. That is only Major on that one.
No, it is not me either. This is for educational purposes only. That is
a oh, okay, so yeah, I'm just here.
This is for educational purposes only.
What do you mean? Accessories to crime? I have some accessories, a couple of bangle bracelets. I got like a little earring, like a little pearl necklace. I saw one time that I thought was cute.
Yeah. What happened to BK? What happened to BK do crimes? I'll just say it.
Who are we talking to? I'm not like I'm not the representative for that part of the Rainbow Mafia. I'm so sorry.
Oh, the actual mafia part.
Yeah, like you'll have
the
to
actual
have that
Rainbow Mafia.
Yeah, you'll have to go and like have that discussion with people in another department.
Well, they got throw pillows like in the club that just says like it's like just stitched. Like, hey, be gay, do crimes.
Oh, Pulse, no, you didn't say that.
Ooh. One goes down for cocaine, everyone goes down. I was surprised to see some of those playing Magic this past weekend. And lastly, in game news, Epic's first run offers developers 6 months, 100% revenue share for Epic Games Store exclusivity. So be prepared to see a whole bunch of other games come to Epic. So we can get that sweet, sweet money for their games. The program is available to anyone who is planning to launch a game on or after October 16th, so long as the game won't also launch or hasn't already on a rival third-party storefront or third-party streaming service on PC. This excludes any releases on consoles. So that means it's on Epic and it's going to stay on Epic. The announcement also makes provisions for stores such as the Humble Store or Green Man Gaming, as well as any first-party stores that a publisher might also sell on. These are allowed so long as the release is simultaneous with that on the Epic Games Store, or as long as a third-party store makes use of Epic's keyless redemption program. Well, there you go.
Bam, 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 bam.
And on deals for free play days, which again, I am required to remind people this is from Thursday until Sunday.
No, you're not required to remind people. You're speaking of me specifically,
Look,
which is also
you said
fine.
You said it. You said it, not me. I did not want to sit there and just put you on Front Street like that, but
Major, everyone was here when it first happened. They've been here for every episode since.
Some people may not have been. Some people may have forgotten.
Whomst among you in the audience had forgotten about that? Because I know Pepper Charm didn't. So we're fine.
Free play days for this week is Naruto to Burrito Shinobi Striker, Destiny 2 The Witch Queen, Warhammer Vermintide 2, and Need for Speed Unbound.
P.S. If you play Destiny, enjoy the return of the Red Death and other older guns.
Yep. That trailer for the final shape.
Let's see. See if this works. Add quote. Okay. Really? Oh, damn it. I need to remove the Stream Elements bot.
That's fine. I can fix it.
I'll also recommend, hey, NFS, Need for Speed Unbound is a really good game. You should definitely check that out. It is on Game Pass now. I didn't really see much of an announcement for it, which I kind of hate that I missed because I need to go back and finish that game. Like I was playing like the 10-hour trial and was like, man, this game is great. So I guess it's edit quote 9, Major Linux, then the text. Sorry, we are programming the bot.
Nope.
And failing.
Wait, which bot is this? Did you make this bot?
Yeah, that's my personal one. I'm trying to figure out what the issue is. Anyway, I can probably just log into the web portal and fix it. Also, the spelling mistake is fine too. Yep, that's it. That's all I got. Gentlemen, what say you? What do you have going on this week? Also, remember the tech went by so quickly, but boy, Baldur's Gate, we just rolled the dice on that one. It must have been like a nat 20 and just like hit critical damage and was there for like 2 hours.
I guess we did. So
no ruin. We gotta avoid that. We gotta avoid that this week.
So this weekend, I'm hoping that I get to go to the nearby H Mart. Also, that book that we thought they were going to take months to get to me in the library. Excuse me. The book that we thought was going to take forever to get to the library, I thought it was going to take like months to get. They emailed me this week and was like, hey, we got that book for you. Thanks, Pauls. So I'm going to go to the library and go pick up a book.
Okay.
Those are the plans, because that's what you look forward to. Also, in small, welcome to adulthood delights. I got a little luggage stand from Target. The things that you like fold down and put your suitcase on and all of this other stuff. Yeah, those are our highlights for the week.
Kev, what you got going on this week?
Well, a lot of things popped off. Not too much, but yeah, I had to deal with AET shenanigans because
Oh,
still in the thing of tech where it's like they said there's this thing which is like a cell bridge. It's called a cell bridge, and it's literally like a thing that you plug into the wall with a long cable, and it's supposed to be like your 4G and your 3G because they canceled. It took down all 3G towers, and so it sometimes it gets the signal, sometimes it doesn't get the signal. And we used to have like the little thing, basically like the 4G, 3G transmitter thing, and so cell transmitter. And so they just sent us that and be like, "Oh, it's cool." But that was during the pandemic, so we didn't have no issues. And then all of a sudden, it's like this thing keeps beeping for days, and then it would stop for weeks, and then it would beep for days again. So one day it beeps again, beeps for days, and I was like, I'm tired of it. I had it. Called ATT. After finesse, they sent somebody over, and then they just put the new transmitter down. And when I tell you, that was the level of like, finally I have a little piece of my house. But it was like literally me standing up there like, no, this is gonna get fixed. And then of course, so that was something I have to take care of. Also, like having to deal with like trees. We have a lot of trees in the yard. Preferably a big chunky ass limb that dropped from in the backyard and nearly missed hitting our air conditioning unit, which that was a bit of a wake call, and so wake up call and be like, yeah, we need to start thinking about getting these trees down. Um, so yeah, that happened. And so yeah, it's just been me playing a lot of, and then also playing Palia, playing a lot of Palia, and getting ready for played Venba today, which I love. Venba's really good, and also going to be playing Sea of Stars next week, and we'll be playing that until Starfield comes out. So I'm basically trying to get as much Sea of Stars done and basically clear the backlog of some games that games that I have on my list until Starfield comes out. Starfield's probably going to be it's not like Starfield's probably going to be a stream to itself for the for the creator page. When we get the custom create, when we get the like character creation, that's probably going to be a stream to itself. Of us trying to like pick, finally hone to their craft. But I know one of my traits is going to be introvert, because I said when we saw it for the first time, I'm like, my trait's going to be introvert. So yeah, and yeah, that's pretty much what I got going on.
Cool. Apparently, I am missing out on ads revenue sharing. I should subscribe today to XBlue. Somebody said that somebody started tweeting today that hasn't tweeted in a long time, and I'm like, who was it? Also, I did not know that Brandy worked at Twitch. I'm sorry, I'm being distracted trying to figure out who's tweeting on Twitch that hasn't tweeted in so long, or who's tweeting on Twitter and hasn't tweeted in so long. Let's see. This weekend, I've got. Sorry, I looked at this damn mugshot again. Focus. All right, let's move the distraction. Okay. This weekend we've got a Street Fighter 6 tournament that's going on, being hosted by Extra Life Raleigh Durham. So if you're in the area, you like to participate in some Street Fighter fisticuffs, you should definitely come on through. Come say hey to me. Come say to Anka. I found out today that she is going to be cosplaying there. Pulse, I think I'm going to take a day off and play some Starfield 2. It's only right. It's only right that I take a day off and play some Starfield. not sure what that day is going to be. Maybe launch day. So Street Fighter 6 is going to be played. I know that I am wrapping up Final Fantasy VII Remake. I've been seeing people playing Armored Core 6. So that's definitely coming down the pipeline eventually. Motherfucker, stop. Who is putting these hair on Trump? Stop. I hate this. This is my hell now. Let's see what else we got going on. Next week is the third place. Trying to figure out what we're going to do. There is a list. I need to confer with it. I have been mentally out of commission for fucking 3 days. And like, you know, if it was work, it would suck. But you know, this is kind of work for me too. So when it starts affecting people in my life, because I'm like, I don't feel like getting out of bed to look at a phone, much less a list to see what can we play. Yes, all right, I need to do something. So hopefully I can get out of my funk. I can go find some spoons somewhere and delegate some tasks. I'm trying to tell you, it's a tall order. It's a tall order. I'm working on it. Oh yeah, episode 100. I'm not sure how often I've mentioned it here, but episode 100 is coming soon. Like within the next 6 weeks, maybe. We're trying to figure out what the hell we're going to do. I don't know yet. Things cost money. Money I ain't got. We'll figure out something. I want to make it special. If not, look, y'all understand. We made it 100 episodes. Is what we do. Still deliver the same great content that y'all come for every Thursday. And I thank y'all for y'all support. Really do. Appreciate it. But yeah, that's it. I'm just rambling now. I ain't got shit else going on.
Don't you have the tournament thing going on tomorrow?
Well, I said that.
Okay.
Yeah, I said that.
Did you mention that the GOAT is also going to be there?
I did.
Okay.
And that she requested that she would like to see you. Seems that she'll be in town. And
we should have to see how that goes.
Look, I would be lying if I also didn't agree. But hey, you know, let's see. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'm just venting, just vamping now. I don't know. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning into the latest episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for August. See, I got it right this time. August 24th, 2023. We'll see you next week for some Tech Talk Thursdays plays. Where we're gonna play a game. Hopefully with the GOAT. Maybe. If not,
it might be Street Fighter 6. Who knows?
Just Kevin and I going back and forth. Just Kevin and I just going back. All right, let's run this back. You are muted, sir. You are muted.
I'll be like, back to the drawing board. Crack knuckles. All right, pull out space lines.
And then that's what I will make my call. The Merge, where are you?
Merge, pull up. Merge, those people need drinks. They need drinks.
I need everybody to understand I'm not actually a main cast member here on this show. I'm Merge's understudy. So I'm only here because Merge can't be here.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Deep cut. There's a show that my mom and me watch called Maverick, right? Okay. Each Maverick is a different Maverick. It's a brother, a cousin, or whatever, right? There are 4 Mavericks.
So JoJo?
No, not JoJo. No, not like JoJo. Not like JoJo. But what happens is when a particular Maverick can't be here, they'll just swap out a Maverick and that Maverick's there. Because the show is named Maverick, it could be any one of them. It could be Brett, it could be Bart, it could be Bo, it could be Brent, any of them. So that's the wonderful. Sometimes you got two Mavericks in one particular show. You might have, so like I say, like Sin is like Brent Maverick. So he's the chief Maverick. And then Merge could be Bart. So it works out. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. You watch a Maverick episode, you know what I mean.
Okay.
I have a question that I want to ask y'all later. Yeah, I think it's a good one. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it. This is no more. There's no more of this show. You can go home now. Of course, you all could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech, gaming, and streaming nugs yourself, but you said no. We're too busy watching out for this mugshot, and we found it. We got him, guys. We got him. And for that, I say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. And until next time, all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you. And peace.
Wakanda forever.